Welcome, folks. We are here for another rendition of Alien RPG Chariot of the Gods with new meat. New friends, a new crew. The 20 Sides to Every Story crew have graciously come over to play this game and learn about space and all the horrors that it brings to you. Want to thank everybody who's already in chatting. We're going to be running this 3 nights over the next 3 Fridays. Along with our, that's right, Alex. Gary, more TPKs. But wait, I didn't mean to say that. Also, make sure and support the channel. Please jaunt over to their channel and give them a follow. Give them some love, since they are going to be rejects over here for a while. Check them out. Check out their schedule. We'll do introductions here in a second. We want to make sure everybody knows. Also, if you haven't checked out Cobalt Press's Kickstarter, the Tome of Beast 2, please do so at this time. They have graciously sponsored the channels and Wizards of the Couch and all the stuff that we're doing. So we will have Wolfgang on actually the 3rd, February the 3rd, again on the show to talk about the Tome of Beast 2 and monster creation and all that fun stuff. So with that being said, I think we've got 5 individuals who want to come out of cryo sleep. So Mother has woken up the ship and has slowed down, and the crew members you are waking up. You have been on a journey. What I will tell you real quick is that like I said, you are space truckers on the Star Freighter USCSS Montero, running something that's called the Gauntlet. It's basically a trade route between Anchor Point Station, which is a huge space station, not close to Earth, but inside our solar system, and the Frontier, which is all the unknown areas and basically parts of space that are being colonized. Your cargo is basically packed with a dozen tanks of a rare gas called helium-3. It's a very clean energy source that they use out at the colonies and things like that to power stuff, and it is, as you would think, very volatile. Normally you carried in big, massive tanker modules, but y'all have been on a special run from your corporate account, Weyland-Yutani, to a place called Sutter's World. It's a newly established frontier colony. And as y'all left Anchor Point Station, you had some sensor issues and some tech issues that, Rye had to get handled before things could happen, get moving along. But once those were resolved, everything got underway. You engaged your FTL drives. Everybody got into cryosleep, and whoosh, away you went in your deep sleep as y'all traveled to traverse the large regions of space. And now you all find yourself waking up. And you would normally, in this instance, after shuffling off the months of sleep, make your way to your personal lockers to get dressed. And all of you on your character sheet, or when you would have what's called a personal item. That's what you would retrieve, basically something that you keep close to you at all times. It's like a good luck charm, and we didn't explain it, but you can use it once per session to remove a point of stress. So make sure you know what that item is and how you would use it. But if you would all like to make your way on your map to your lockers, and then Mother and the terminal is in there, is instructing everybody to make their way to the galley. So if y'all would please do that. You should all have your maps. You may make your way to the galley. First, you go to the locker, get dressed, throw on some cologne, aftershave, so maybe some deodorant, take a shower.
Thank you.
I know they're missing Gary because I'm going to introduce him in a second, Mr. Smarty Pants. They're not here yet. as they enter the room, we will start with Miller would make the captain of the ship. Miller would make her way to the galley. Captain Miller.
Sorry. All right. Sorry about that. All right, I am Lauren, and I'm playing Captain Miller, and I don't know what to say about it. What do you want us to say about our characters there?
Nope. Whatever your sheet says. It's whatever you want to tell us about Captain Miller. Yep.
All right. Just, I'm kind of grinding here. I'm trying to make enough runs to afford this thing outright, and I just want to get this job done quickly to go back to get more car quick run. So that's me.
Fair enough. Next up is the pilot, Davis. Say hello. Oh, don't hear you.
My name's Lee Davis. I'm the best damn pilot in Wayland and Connie. And I'm here to have some fun.
Remember he said that. Anything else? Or is that it? That's it? All right. Next up is Roughneck Rye. Say hello.
God. Hey. This job sucks. I gotta work with her. And him, he's high fly boy. And I'm really, really not a happy member of the team. Let's just put it that way. But I do like my buddy.
Okay. Her buddy is Cham. Say hello.
Hey y'all, Cham here, cargo. I don't know, this is what I do. I pick up heavy things, move them, store them. I like this life. I mean, what else is there to do, really? Pretty good. You can take a long nap, wake up, somewhere new, move some stuff, load the long nap, lots of food, good times.
Okay. And last but not least, the company man, Wilson.
Oh, hey, hi. John J. Wilson here. I've been with the company Wayland Yutani for, 20 years or so. Oh man, it's been quite the ride. I've been hanging out with these folks here, just keeping an eye on them, making sure they're doing a good job, and they are. They sure are. I love these guys. They're the best. I'm going to be maybe implementing some changes, trying to keep morale up, just so, happy workers are productive workers. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here aboard the USCSS Montero.
Okay. Well, all right. So there's our crew for this joint journey at the moment. So that being said, Captain Miller, you've got a ship. What are we doing? What's happening?
All right, so we've been woken up. I think we just need to look at, monitors, listen to others, see what's going on, make sure we're on track, and just kind of get our bearings right now.
Okay.
We got nothing to move, or can I get something to eat?
I can make some coffee.
I can get some food, get comfortable.
but not too comfortable, right, Captain? We got a lot of work to do, probably.
Well, yes, but, let them wake up a second, and then we'll work.
Cham, you got some coffee then. Coffee's percolating.
This is already starting out to be a good day.
As soon as the niceties are over, I immediately leave and go to the cockpit.
Okay. What about the rest of it, Rye? What are you doing?
I made the coffee, and I want some for myself, so I'm going to go ahead and have my own cup and say, yo, Miller, what's up?
Cap?
Well, I'm hoping that and we'll just make this a smooth trip and get in, get out, drink some coffee, have a good day.
Do you even know where we are at this point? I mean,
I'll look and see. So I'm gonna walk over to the little station here. See what.
Yeah, so that is your is a simple display, and it gives you some basic things, readouts. Most with captains, and you'll know, Miller, that you have also an area where a mother, the controller of the ship, there's actually a control room that you only have access to, and for any major work and things that you do, you have to go to mother to interface with. But the display, you can type in there and get some commands and get some notice, things like that. As you're doing that. And the group is, having coffee, and Davis is beginning to jaunt down the walkway. The alarms go off on the ship almost immediately for y'all. Each one of you gets a point of stress. Here we go. So, all right. Basically, Mother is going off saying, collision. Course, ship collision. What are we doing?
What? I'm gonna yell out to Davis and say, what's happening? And just kind of like have everyone get to stations to figure out what's going on.
I'm writing this down, just so you know.
And I'm saying, is that the most useful thing you can be doing right now?
I put a lid on my coffee because I really don't want it to spill.
Smart.
Davis, you're booking down toward the bridge, okay? So yeah, and you got to give me. Everybody's got to let me kind of know what's going on, what you're trying to look at. You basically, Mother just kind of went berserk, and the overhead basically say, collision course, impact imminent.
On the bridge, what's the layout of the bridge? Like, do I have an open view?
No. So there would be all the outer doors for the viewpoint. The windows would be shut at this point in time. You would have to initiate, from a piloting station that you would have there, start getting those things opened up and trying to assess what the panels are telling you. Okay. So, and you just tell me that that's what you're doing, So
I'll jump into the pilot seat, immediately throw on the afterburners in a rear direction, because if we're about to collide into something, I'm assuming it's in front of us. So
it didn't. It just said impact. It said impact imminent. It didn't tell you what though.
Well,
you can do that if you want.
I will make that assumption.
So, but you're not when Mother, and I'll let you know, you're basically at like impulse drive. That's a Star Trek term, but basically you're not at, your engines were basically pretty much almost offline. Y'all were coasting along at the time when y'all were brought out of cryosleep. That's basically standard protocol that you would know.
So knowing that, immediately start throwing open all the shutters.
Okay.
So we can views of outside.
Yep. You look at your panels and all that to see where your ship is at, where this thing's at. There is nothing on screen.
Radar is not showing anything.
Nothing. Negatory.
What you think, Rye? Something we should do?
well, it could be instrument failure, so I probably should go up and see what the hell is going on.
Miller
Right,
would, so Davis would need to report that back to you, Rye, because Davis is all the way down the bridge. So just so y'all know, those type of communications had to happen, or you wouldn't know that at the point in time. See what I'm saying? Because y'all are all the way down the galley. You got to remember this ship is super huge. So Miller has to Davis has to report some stuff.
Okay, so nothing's in shouting distance?
No.
Like Firefly?
Not at all.
There's some intercoms though, right?
Intercom?
But it's not on the
You
bridge.
do have intercoms. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll throw open the intercom and I'll blast it to every station in the whole ship. And I was like, radar says that we have nothing, yet Mother's freaking out. Rye, can you get up here?
Damn it. Yeah. Enjoy the coffee, Cam.
You want some help, Rye?
No. It's either an instrument failure or we're all gonna die horribly, so. Either way.
Cam, enjoy the coffee.
Oh, Miller, you hear that? Look, there is a very severe morale issue. That he instantly jumped to that death thing.
I think he might be in some gallows humor. Look, I'm gonna go up and check on Mother. You do what you want.
I'll come with you. I don't
Great.
mind.
Great. All right.
I'll keep talking warm and start another pot up.
Okay. All right. So the group. Yep. Miller. You have an access card that only you control.
Okay.
That allows you to enter Mother. Okay. Hold on a second. I need to say. All right, and also make sure every now and then y'all check your Fantasy Ground chat windows because I am a fan. I send lots of private messages to my players. Okay, so you will see that and if sometimes y'all don't get it, I'll let you know. But I use that quite a lot. So we have two things going on here. Three, because Cham is basically protecting the coffee, which I think you get a story point already, Cham. You can have one because coffee is super important. Okay, so there you go. All right. You get into Mother, and so you'll let and the door closes, and you start to interface that. Rye, I need a Comtech roll from you when you get to that, and Davis is letting you know that there's something going on, and that there's no ship, however, anywhere that you can see, and the radar's not showing anything. Would you make me a Comtech roll?
Okay.
So on the front page
ahead.
of your character sheet, you have Comtech of 3. So grab that 3, and you're going to see a bunch of dice come over, and then throw them into the chat window.
I put them into the dice pool.
Nope.
Don't do that. Okay, so just grab the 3 and grab the...
When you grab the 3, you're going to see 7 dice come over. There you go. Okay? You succeeded. That's what you needed. You were looking for that plus. Okay? And that tells you, fiddlesticks, your malfunction has recropped up again. Go figure. There's nothing wrong with the sensors. You've got some work to do.
Damn it. Okay, guys, it's the malfunction that we've all experienced before.
Well, better than a collision, but get on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go put on a sweatshirt. I'm gonna get a little bit more than chill.
Dave, Steak, can you bring your mic volume up just a little, by chance? Do you have any volume control?
Yes.
Just a little bit. You're a little low. The viewers are saying you're just a little low. That's all. Okay. Oh, popcorn! My wife loves me. I've got popcorn. Awesome.
How's the mic now?
How's that sound, dog? Okay. Well, we're playing along. Captain Miller, what are you doing in Mother?
All right, so I'm just looking to see if I can see any error messages or anything that might be explaining things to me what was going on.
The basically the messages that were the imminent collision course, and then all of a sudden Mother is now silent.
All right, I'm gonna try to play back. Can I play back like a history before we got woken up, just to kind of see if anything was going on while we were asleep?
You sure can. You know that when you were expecting that when you came out of sleep, you were at your destination.
Okay. So can I check that, see where we actually are?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You get on Mother and you ask for a hail connection to Sutter World's beacon tower and communication relay, and you get nothing back but static.
Hey Duff, where is this helium, our cargo? Is that down on the lower part?
Well, yeah, you're basically, if you look at the map above, you would see that on the whole back side of the ship or the tankage areas, that's where all this stuff's stored at.
So we have it just stored in tanks. It's not an actual.
Yeah,
It's not like a hold. Okay.
I'm working my way up to the bridge, seeing if anybody has an interest in a little bit of coffee, maybe a snack, something.
I could do for a warm up.
Cham's the stewardess of the flight here, apparently. Huh?
Copy, Cham.
Whatever you fellas need, glad to help.
And there's females there too now, so Cham, your bosses, so.
He's using.
Fellas,
Cham,
Damn it, here.
Cham's
while
Cham.
you're got the coffee and stuff, come here. I'm getting some static over here. I want to see if you can help me figure out what's going on. So I'm going to
Right
pull
on.
him into the other room.
Excellent delegation of the task.
Now, Mother is there's just room for one person. You sit in a chair,
Okay.
if you remember. Yeah, it's a small, compact room with the display and the flashing lights all around it and all that. And so you would have to have only you were in the room. So basically,
Okay. So can I hold the door open and kind of do a look over my shoulder, see what I'm trying to point out to you type thing?
you most
you want
certainly
me
could.
to take a crack at it?
Yeah, I'm trying to hail the colony and I'm just getting static. So I don't know. Maybe something with the malfunction is causing problems. I'm just gonna step up and out of the way, but keeping my back towards the door, so I've got authority over what situation.
Well, yeah, that's going to come from the bridge. All the stuff's going to come from the piloting station on the bridge. Mother's just a computer system that just tells you what's going on.
Okay.
She sent the hail out and came back to you telling there was no response.
Okay. So I'm just gonna have him see if he can figure out,
Okay.
what's going on there on the bridge.
He can make me a ComTech roll, please. Cham.
I'm going to try the old thump it once, see if it handles better.
They did that a lot. Just used a hammer. Mm-hmm.
You can kill the computer, but don't touch my ship.
Success. There is nothing. Cham confirms, looking at the beacon, the relay com channel control unit on it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing out here.
Can we get our coordinates? Is there something we can get?
Yep. So you find out you are anywhere near Sutter World at all. And then Mother comes back into play and tells you, you basically see on the screen all of a sudden, your eyes only. Something's starting to come across for you, Captain.
All right, I'll shut the door and look at it.
Basically, you get this. Comes across.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to. I'm PMing it to you. So.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I? Okay, yeah. Did that work? Can people see that, or can I only?
So
see
look
it?
in the fantasy grounds under the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. I see a GM in a red box. Is that
That's
what?
that's my
Okay.
that's my PM to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He tells you that. Silence. Miller reading furiously at the control panel. What the hell?
Are there enough seats up here in the front, or is this like a one-person seating area?
Oh, well, the pilot, there's a single piloting station. There might be a comm station. There might be a couple of back seats there, some overviews, or the captain's chair too. If you remember the Nostromo, it was, there's not a lot of fancy built into these ships at all.
I'm just going to take a seat and offer it up, saying, if we're not doing something, rest is always a good idea.
We just slept for a couple of months. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Waking up is not an easy thing every day.
All right, I'm gonna come out of the mother room and shut the door and say, "All right, I got some news.
Lay it on us, Captain.
Not great news. So here's the thing: we've picked up a distress call, and you all know protocol for this. We need to triangulate. We need to see what we can do to help, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's figure out who's sending this and try to get this over with as quickly and safely as we can, all right?"
They say anything about salvage?
No, it's a very garbled message. Honestly, I think it's probably just like space noise, but let's do our due diligence here.
Question, Duff.
Please
How
ask.
How far out would our radar technology be capable of? Would it be just an immediate area?
It's not like light years and stuff like that. It would have, I'm sure you would have thousands
Could
and
go out,
thousands
say, a
of.
couple of miles.
Sure. There's no doubt at all. Yep.
Okay.
hmm
There's nothing anywhere nearby
Well,
within miles.
From the
according to radar.
original deal with that you just resolved, that Rye said there's nothing wrong with the sensors and all that. And as y'all are looking and all that again, the sensors go off again. Another point of stress, folks. This is awesome. Okay. And this time, this radar picks up, coming right at you from behind is a large ship. Davis.
All right.
Damn it, Davis.
Let's do this. Put on some seatbelts, people. And I just punch it.
You need to give me a piloting roll, Davis.
Will do. What'd you do?
Look at that, Davis. A success,
That damn pilot.
but you got an extra success. So that means that you are showing off. And let me go to piloting.
Cinematic evasive maneuvers.
That's
They're
right.
cinematic.
Why? Let me turn off the alarms. That's annoying me. Where is my 1 second skills, which is I think agility. Yep, piloting. And piloting so with the extra success, like I said, is called a stunt. And for that extra stunt, you get a +1 modification to a later skill roll relating to the same one you just did, which basically you get to save a +1 extra die when you do another piloting roll, or you basically show off, Davis. Your choice.
Oh, absolutely show off. No question.
And what would that look like, Davis?
There's onboard gravity in the ship, yeah?
Yes, there are. All the time.
I'm going to put that to the test, and we're just going to do some unnecessary barrel rolls because I'm bored.
Miller?
Ain't nothing unnecessary about a barrel roll.
We're doing a barrel roll in a space tanker with highly combustible helium-3.
Apparently,
I think it's the right time for a U-Haul.
I don't even know how to rate this. This is highly unnecessary and very dangerous. and yet
evasive
very
maneuvers.
impressive. So I
Evasive
think
maneuvers.
You're gonna call this evasive maneuvers just because he's doing it?
Evasive maneuvers because the
Oh.
company needs to know that this is a justified action.
Did you not see the ship approaching us on the radar?
Yeah, after the
Evasive
second
maneuvers.
And I need
second
find
trolley.
my goofy yell. Where's it at? Yeah, so there we go. Alrighty.
That was
So
Wilson.
yeah, so apparently we're doing barrel rolls. This is the new one. Say we've already gone off in a new direction. And you on your piloting maneuver there, you are able to get out of the way of a ship, and you then no, it's not behind you, but what are you doing now, Davis? I mean, you did a barrel roll, and you can tell from your radar that the ship is no longer it's moving off in a different direction now.
Well, I'm immediately going to flank it and take a look at whatever was just trying to...
I need another piloting check from you, please.
Just do it. Do it.
Ooh. That was not successful, Davis. You can push that roll. So we didn't talk about, you are able to push. Some of y'all may be able to push more than once, depending on the skill check. But you may push a roll if you want. You add a stress level first before you do, and you may then re-roll that. And you may only do it one time.
So I'm going to push it.
There you go.
Add stress, re-roll it.
There you go. Okay, you got a success and an extra success. So you can pocket that extra success or once again show off.
I will pocket this one.
Okay. Alrighty. So you see Davis pulling hard left, hard right, bitching at the controls, and all of a sudden y'all look and y'all can see from the display panels that have been lifted up in the front of the ship, this other ship now looks a little older than y'all are used to in the line of ships and all that. He is now pulled up and kind of in a course, alignment with it, moving along parallel with this old ship. Mother goes online again, Miller. Starts popping some noises and all that. That basically says she goes active, telling you something's going on.
All right, so I'm going to go interface with her, see what's happening.
Okay. Mother will tell you that the stress calls are definitely emanating, that they picked up and rerouted you to, are coming from this ship. The engines appear to be completely dead. She has been floating on basically inertia by what Mother's being able to tell with quick scan. There are no lights. Y'all see nothing as y'all looking at it, nothing emanating at all from internal to the ship or external.
Are there...
Go ahead.
Are there like markings or anything like that we would be able to see? Because I don't know, our ship, the Wayland Yutani, do they have like a emblem or a symbol that?
It's got a Wayland symbol on it. Yep, you will see it, and you will also see the markings that is the USC SS Cronus. And Mother kicks back in a second after that's reading off that this ship was a Heliads class spacecraft launched over 75 years ago. It was a science vessel. All right. And she disappeared long ago. And Mother then starts throwing up to you, Miller, some more stuff here. One, she throws up all the maps of the ship. So I'll share those in a second. You actually, if y'all go to your maps, you'll be able to see them. I've already shared them to y'all. Y'all should have them at least. If not, I'll reshare them a little bit. But she basically shows off this to you, Miller, again.
That's an old ship.
It's an old ship. Doesn't look too bad on the outside. You see some damages and things like that. Maybe wear and tear, or maybe, run in with stuff floating in space, rocks, things like that. But it seemed to be, at least the hull seems to be completely intact. Miller, you've got your new PM. So, all right. And boom.
Yep,
Might be
and I've
the
got it.
First distress call that's actually worth it.
Say that again, Dave.
I
Sorry.
see
didn't
that.
hear
Just I've written down the
Yep.
things, so you're good.
Gotcha. Okay.
I see it's got a vehicle bay on it. Do we have a vehicle bay? Like, what's our cross ship to ship?
You have an umbilical chassis that will basically allow you a 10 meter or so, basically umbilical bridge that'll allow you to connect your airlock to their airlock. Miller, I also.
So no suits required.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It's basically an open umbilical, trellis type system. So Miller also, I put into the party sheet for everybody, but Miller's in charge of it. In your party sheet, in your inventory, there are items that are on this ship. If you want to make sure you see all that, okay? There are weapons. There are a cutting torch. You have a power loader. Is basically, for those who don't know, or know what the power loader is, it's basically the big structure that Sigourney Weaver used in Aliens 2 to fight the Queen Mother. Basically, it's basically a chassis suit that you jump into, and you're able to use the hydraulics in the system to move large cargo around. That's down in the cargo bay. Okay, it doesn't get to go across the umbilical cord. It's too big. You've got 5 fairly good in good shape spacesuits, compression suits. You have the incinerator, which is your flame thrower. You have a motion tracker, which is basically a handheld unit that will allow you to see at 180 degree viewing for multiple meters anything that's moving. It will give you a display ping and show you kind of in the general vicinity of where this moving target's at. You have a revolver, a harpoon grappling gun, which will breach thick plates of metal, and a bolt gun, which will allow you to bolt things into the, to floors or metal, things like that. That is your equipment list, Captain.
All right. Now, you say that I, can distribute this as far as actually like within Fantasy Grounds. Do I just tell you what I want to give to people and you'll distribute that, or do
they can actually go grab it? Each person
they can grab it out.
They can grab it out of the party sheet. That's correct. You want to tell them, or you can say what you got, who gets what. Each one of y'all should at least get. I mean, I would hope that you were going to say each one of them get a spacesuit. That allows them.
No one gets a spacesuit. Just me. Everyone does.
Okay, there you go, Wilson. There's another mark.
Everyone gets a spacesuit. Yeah. All right.
I've been around Captain Miller long enough. I know she's just kidding.
You know me. All right, everyone gather round.
Sure do.
So, here's the thing. We have got some pretty clear instructions about what we need to do for this, and I think that Wilson over here can agree that this is pretty standard stuff. This was a science ship, so our number one priority here is to recover the scientific data and samples. So we need to try to find on the map where the labs are, and that's where we should be headed first. Afterwards, after that recovery, we need to take this to the Anchorhead station. And of course, if there are any survivors, which is probably unlikely given the age of the ship, but we will take them in and escort them as well. So I've got... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we get any other salvage while we're in there?
Ship's dead in the water. Cut it to pieces.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why we couldn't if we see something that's useful to us.
Good.
No real storage on a science ship. Usually it's just a bunch of tech stuff.
Well, hold on there, my friend. There's this ancient technology. There are things on here. The company would be very much impressed with the crew if we could recover some of this. I would imagine.
Yeah? Like what?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
So how do you know there's ancient stuff on the ship?
Well, it's an old ship.
It's
I mean, just look at
years
it.
Old, that ain't ancient.
Time's a wasting, and we're gonna go over and get it.
Yeah.
I stand by it. If you find something that seems useful to you, bring it on here. We'll sort it out later. All right. Speaking of sorting things out, we need to figure out what everyone is going to need to take to be the most effective here. And again, my priority is that we do this job as quickly as possible and effectively, but quickly. So
Miller, I'll be taking my incinerator. You know it's my favorite.
But let me get as she's making that and you're determining what's going on. You all know because, like I said, this not going to the ship's new, but what's going to take to make this all happen. You know that you're going to have some spacewalking going on. You're all considering that because this umbilical extension will connect on the outside of the ships, but you still have got to be, it ain't easy walking in space. You're also got some heavy machinery stuff, because you're using this big mechanism. It's going to take some work on that, and you've got to be careful with what you're doing because you don't want to puncture the hull of either ship with what's going on. So be cognizant of that. Davis has got her hands full with piloting. She's going to have to make sure as moving along is that you're keeping the ships lined up because the ship you're dealing with it's just floating. So you have no idea what's going on there with it. Just wanted y'all to have that little bit of extra information.
Yeah.
Well, I've already got my suit.
All right, grab your suits. I want suits on everyone. Even if you're intending on staying here, I want you to have them in case things go sideways.
I'm missing how you get that suit on.
Okay, so you're gonna do you know where the party sheet's at? Upper right hand corner of Fantasy Grounds. So there's a little bit icon with 3 little people on it. Okay, and if y'all know, just let me know because I am a big, huge Fantasy Grounds user, so I kind of over talk sometimes. Then you're going to open up you've got the party sheet open showing the inventory there. You're going to open up your character sheet and go to the inventory tab. And you've got a spot there that says all inventory. You're going to grab, if you haven't grabbed one of the spacesuits, you grab the little symbol over on the right hand side and drag that symbol from the party sheet to your inventory. And you will see that it pops up. It shows in your inventory. You then you need to make sure you've got it equipped. You need to change the bag symbol to the suit symbol, like the shirt symbol. That means then that it's equipped and it's active now. Make sense?
Yep.
Got it. And there's no real description of what some of these things are, is there?
Yeah, it should. If you are looking at, you can, on your inventory tab, you can you can double click on the little alien symbol, and it's going to show you some information.
All right.
Okay. It shows you, and your weapons and all that stuff will also show you things. You've got, like I said, your spacesuit will show you've got an armor of 2. So if you scroll all the way down on your inventory tab, you will see that your armor now is set up, and you've got some protection with your spacesuit, and that will come into handy later. Trust me.
Okay, if nobody minds, I'm going to grab that bolt gun. We might need to make some repairs once we're over there to keep that thing working while we're getting it up and running.
Yeah.
And you have
Sounds
a huge
excellent.
cutting torch too, which is a high-end laser cutting mechanism.
I was gonna say, who's leading the way there? We can give you the cutting torch to go over. Who's our point person here?
I vote Wilson.
I'm up for it. I got a lot of good work with the tools, so let me take care of that.
All right.
All right.
I can.
Hey, frankly, Captain, this we're about to embark on this ship. I know I'm not as useful as your crew in this kind of adventure, but you give me a task, I'm happy to help out.
You know what? I've got a perfect task for you. You can be our motion tracker. You stay here, you tell us, you see anything going?
He'd have to be over in the ship. It will not penetrate the hulls of the ship, just so you know.
All right.
Okay.
You can come over and you can help us with that.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right. And
the grappling gun.
all right. You got that. And
You got an incinerator and a pistol.
I thought I took the incinerator, but it didn't
That's
show
fine.
that
I don't know. I wasn't looking at
you
it.
can have the incinerator, and I'm taking the pistol.
Hey.
I think it's I think it's glitching because it says I didn't take it, and yet now I have 2 in my inventory.
That's fine.
Well, you might need to, so.
You are. I see. Yeah, you grabbed it right here. I'll remove. Boom, boom, boom.
Were there 2 of them in the party fund? Or
I
only
think
one?
there was just one.
No, there's an instrument. It has 2 reloads, basically, so you can. It's they handle ammo a little funky here, but you've got your one. I've got the incinerator unit in your party sheet. I mean, in your inventory, so you're good. Okay.
All right, and the power loader's got to stay here on our
The power
side,
loader
so.
stays down the cargo bay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are we heading to the that shaft, elevator shaft, to head on up to transit, or where are we?
That is, yeah. You are correct, Cham. That ladder going up leads you to your airlock to get outside. That is where you have to go. Now, what we're happening here is a couple things take off. One, I need another piloting check from Davis to get everything kind of corrected, as you know. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! So, now you have your. Unfortunately, when you get a face hugger, it automatically trumps any success rolls.
Oh no!
Okay, so you have to hit the panic button, Davis, on the front of your character sheet.
Can he use
Nope.
any of his saved rolls or anything like that?
No, he may not. No, you cannot change it. You cannot change it. You can't trump the face hugger. It is an automatic failure.
Oh.
It gave me an error.
What?
It said,
That's
unable
good,
to
it don't
find
work.
table.
Yeah. Oh,
What? I'm sorry. Say that
The
again.
panic was the panic.
What did it
It
say?
said error, unable to find table.
Do you have the Alien RPG book loaded in your library?
Let me.
Everybody need to make sure go to your library and make sure that you have go to modules then and make sure the book for Alien RPG is open.
It's all good.
There
It's
you
all
go. Okay.
Nothing
You
happened.
you keep it together, Davis. Nicely done. Okay.
I am. I have the bottle of pills in my front breast pocket. And, nervously, just feeling that and giving it a little shake, and it is not as loud as I would like it to be.
True. Are you actually saying that you're using it?
No, I'm just verifying it's
okay.
still there.
Just make sure you let me know.
Calms
Okay.
me down.
All right, it's calming you down. Okay, so, Davis is able to get it together, woman, and she's good. Now, Cham, I believe you're going outside. Is that correct?
That's affirmative.
So, you first have to give me, as you're going, you're up the ladder and you get to the airlocks, you get it open. I need a mobility roll as you're getting out there and you're unlatching the umbilical to get it and to begin to stretch it across to connect to the other ship. Well. Fine, I'm going to remember this. You have agility check here, I believe, is our mobility. So a success plus a stunt. So as always, you get to you can keep a +1 modification for a later roll, call mobility. You can give a success to another PC in the same situation if it ever comes up, or you can impress someone, Cham. And I'll let you know, in all the stunts, there's always an impress. There's always a show-off. So,
This is really just a simple everyday task. There's not really any way to show it off. I mean, I'm opening up a thing, working it out. This is everyday stuff. I'm just going to pocket that.
you got a pocket. All right. Now, as you're moving across, it's a little, it hadn't been used in quite a while. And you're really having to put some muscle into it. So I've got to get a heavy machinery roll from you, please, also. Success. Nicely done. Look at all those
Working my
dice.
strength.
Yeah. Okay. So you put some muscle into it as always, and all of a sudden, everybody can kind of hear the faint kunk as the umbilical chassis unit connects and locks in to the outer connecting unit on the Kronos. So now you have two ships side by side running at the same speed, and they are connected. And now you have a walkway, Cham, that you may use to go over to the outer hull of the Kronos.
Tunnel's open for business. Heading over.
All right. Wilson, you need to get up there. Stay with him. Make sure he's not running into anything dangerous.
Absolutely. I would love nothing more than to go with my buddy Cham.
I have
Right this way, sir.
I have the nearest intercom open, and as everybody's just gathering around that airlock, I just say, "Good luck and Godspeed."
So the intercom system will work in the ship, and also all of your spacesuits have an internal intercom so that y'all can chat with each other, plus your ship here, so y'all can hear and relay messages and things like that. They all have external lighting controls, so you can turn on lights to be able to see what's in front of you. You have gauges to be able to check your air pressure, and internal parts of the suit. They don't tell you what's going on around you, but they at least are smart enough to monitor what's going on internally. When you get over to the other side over there, Cham, that airlock is do a little twisting, a little turning on it won't open up.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, sir, we're getting a little bit of a static here on this other end, trying to get it open. Why don't you just kind of hang back on the safe side? I give this a little bit of knuckle work.
You got it.
I need another heavy machinery roll from you, Cham, as you work the hammer against the hull of the door. Oh, look at this! He's just firing away. All right, well, you're able to bang, and you're able to finally get a crack. The door, kind of bulges a little bit. Fights what it's wanting to do, and then the seam opens up. And so you've got success. You got another success. So you can show off or pocket that. You can pocket a second heavy machinery.
We're a business, boss. I'm over here. If you need some help, I can help. Maybe pass one of these successes to you on your mobility getting across.
All right. You can dole that out whenever it's needed. So, okay.
And I'll talk to y'all and just say, all right, now, the science lab, or one of the science labs, first one we're going to go to is on Deck B.
All right.
So we're going to be headed down there, look at all those science sector, look in the science lab 2 first, just see what we can see once we get onto there.
Yeah.
Where are we actually coming in?
You're coming in at junction. Okay, so you'll see don't forget you've got a legend, so y'all can always pull that up to see. You're coming in right here. You're at the top of the ship, coming in.
All right.
Through a junction area,
okay,
and down into this little hold on Deck A. Okay.
All right.
And that is
so
now.
We need to make it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so we just need to make it to the stairwell then, if we're going down to B.
Yeah, you come. The airlock is there, and then you come and you've got a ladder, and Cham knows he can basically the door. He basically can. He gets the door. He pulls it open. He sees an airlock, and he can enter. He can there. So there are no lights, Cham. It is completely dark, except the interior. You can kind of basically see a small, dim emergency type light. I mean, it is like on the brink of going off, but it is barely there, just enough to kind of give you a dark view with deep shadows and stuff of the airlock and the ladder down.
How do I move my token onto that new map?
I'm going to move it for you. I'll be more than glad to. I'm going to bring y'all in, and you are basically here on the side of the ship. You'll move to the ladder to go down into Junction A. So you could move in and come right here. When you do, however, though, you're turning around to look back at your ship. You see some heavy gouge marks along the inside of the door of the airlock to the outside.
And my experience tells me that that's not right.
That'd be a positive, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll call over on the comm. So Cham, how's it looking? Am I safe to come over?
Yes, sir. I mean, that's what we're here to do. There's some damage, but it's an old ship. I guess that's to be expected.
All right, I'll start heading out right behind him.
Okay, you can give me a mobility check as you're crossing over the... I said that dog, they had lamps. I said they had outdoor lamps. Man, Gary give me a hard time. So, what we got? That's
So
not...
is this a situation where I need to push?
Yeah, that's not a success. So you
Can
basically...
I give him one of my bonus rolls now?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing
Success. There you go. All right, Wilson.
Hold on there, Mr. Wilson. Let me give you a hand. Let me help you in there.
How do you see in this thing?
Okay, y'all make it across, and y'all are inside the airlock, looking down the stairs, looking down the ladder into that junction A. And there's, like I said, almost no light. The grav plates and the gravity mechanism on the ship is working. So you do have gravity.
Mr. Wilson, that tool you got, how's that functioning here? Is that working well?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that on now that I'm in here where it's safe.
Okay.
And I'll power up the sensor.
Hold on. Don't I hit the wrong button. Oh, don't do that, Duff. I knew I was going to hit that. All right. Yeah. Would you believe that I have a motion tracker too? So I did the movie. Duffy, did you really have to do the movie? I hit the wrong button again. That's me being silly. All right. Boom, ba boom.
The stress getting to you.
It is the stress. Yeah, you hit, and you get but you're hearing is the motion tracker. If you remember what it is, it sends out a pulse every second, and it's it's like sonar, and you're not getting any movement whatsoever. Now
I'll just keep this on.
It does have a limited battery life, so you have to make sure when. I would normally make you do power rolls on it right now, but we're not getting there. We'll deal with those later. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll power it up and kind of figure out how this thing works, and then I'll turn it off and be like, I don't sense any movement. I hear some crazy noises.
Yeah, that's the
scary noises. But
got some
there's
cheers.
No movement.
No aliens. That's just that's just Twitch. Okay. Nothing happens. Yep. It reads clear.
Is that a intercom next to us, or is that escape pod symbol? I can't read it real well.
Let me look, sir. You have a intercom system for this ship. The ship is dead. It is not working, not powered on at all.
So no sense even trying to comm check.
You can go over to it, but there's no power to it at all. You can try to push the buttons all you want, Cham. I'll allow that. So
we'll just assume I did functioning no purpose.
Yep. Saying you have a ladder going down, and then again, you see the ladder continues down even farther, because you know from your maps that there are multiple levels, and you're all at the top level of the ship.
Question, Duff. The cryo chambers, how long could someone stay alive in one of those?
Don't know. It's never been tested, but long enough, Okay. Y'all don't know about, what happened with Ripley and all that. But theoretically, it's possibility if the power, was substantial enough to keep them running. Some people have traveled years in them.
And am I right? That's a door to the north side of this junction room?
There are two doors, one to the north and one to the south. That is correct. The little lines that you see are like air vent shafts, and they're just really small, tiny size shaft for air moves around. That's what those lines are that connect some of the rooms together. Just so you know.
Just so we know.
Just so you know, they're not going to be used. Trust me.
Just give it information.
I'm intercoming back. Is there any interest in anyone checking out the mother on this ship, seeing if we can figure out, I don't know, anything useful?
I can check that out, Captain, if you want to send me.
Yeah, I mean, you might have some trouble getting in. My card's not like a universal system where any captain can get into any, right? Like
That's correct. Only your card only works for your mother.
Yeah, so I mean, it's unlikely you'll be able to get into the room, but if you want to give it a shot, it would definitely be very helpful to see if we can figure out.
So right between y'all are chatting all that, you're going to come to the realization also that even accessing and getting mother, unless there's power, mother's not going to do anything.
Oh yeah, maybe we can't.
Yep.
Is there any kind of like hard drive or something though, where we could download it if you get something like that? Or
You got to have power.
So,
Mr. Wilson, where would you like us to go? I mean, you're the company rep. I know that you've got plans. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't know. This was unforeseen to me. The captain said we should head down to the science lab. So I guess head down, right? What do you think?
Well, the science lab's in the back part of the ship, so we don't have to head down this one. We could head down one of the rear.
So let me make sure y'all all have. I'm going to send y'all all the map so y'all can kind of see. If you want to pin them, have access to them. But there you go. Y'all should have all 4 ships now. And I think I sent y'all, but making sure, yeah, y'all have the legend because they already show that y'all have it. So, okay.
Well, if we take this door just where my token is standing, we could get to this other stairwell and head down that way.
Yeah, or we can go through the cryo room and take that rear junction, just drop right down into science. Might be also useful to see if anyone's in cryo.
Yeah, I was a little curious about that. I like this plan. Let's do that.
What are we
You
doing?
got it, boss.
Doesn't hurt to check.
What are we doing, Boss Miller? I mean, Wilson?
We're gonna open this door and take a peek into this hallway.
Well, hold on. Kemosabe's. Let me lock those tokens for you. That doesn't mean anything, or does it?
It does.
It does. Would you
It
go
means
know?
we lost control.
You open up the door and sitting, well, yeah, hold on. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Right in front of you is a slumped over body spacesuit, just sitting right there in the middle of the room. Back turned to you, but it doesn't look like it has its head. Wilson.
Like the suit doesn't have its head, or
Yeah.
the person in the suit doesn't.
Yeah, both of you can give me stress increases. You and Wilson, Cham and Wilson, as y'all look at this. Well, let me say, Cham, were you right behind him watching him? Let me be fair to Cham. Oh, you're muted. Didn't hear you. Yep. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Scott.
Still muted.
Try, Scott.
I figure I could see over his head.
I'm just being fair. I don't want to sometimes get a little carried away with my stresses. But yeah, so
I
both
figure
of y'all.
Wilson probably did something like eek, and then I looked to see what it was.
Well, Wilson might have
Did
left
I
a
hear
little
the
puddle
geek
on the
over
floor.
intercom?
Yeah, Wilson's suit got wet all of a sudden. But yes,
No
an extra.
catheter?
Yeah, both of you have an extra stress level. Yes, this space. It's definitely a spacesuit, a little bit older version of one, and it's kind of sitting up and leaned over a little bit, but the head part is totally missing. And then Wilson's kind of looking at and the frame of the door. That's left. It's not. That's the door slides in and out of the wall and all that. There's chunks of stuff all over the door frame and all that, and it looks kind of red. dark brown covering along the frame.
I'd like to close the door.
You make
What's going
close.
on,
Yep.
guys? Quiet.
Yep. So there's no power to the rooms. These doors do have a manual open and closing that you can use the little, and they do have locking mechanisms on both sides of them also, just so you know.
I'm going to try to close it quietly and turn back to Cham and be like, so that was a body
Well,
with no head.
you didn't see, you just saw the suit. And normally there'd be a head part, you would think, unless the suit was just laying there, but you can move up closer to it if you want. You could. It's very dark in here, and remember, you've got a couple of lights on your suit that are shining down, but you haven't got a real clear picture of what you're looking at.
Now, Mr. Wilson, I didn't get a good look at it. I'll take another look, but it's been a long time. We kind of figure anybody on the ship's dead, right?
Yeah, just not in the way that people normally show up dead. Maybe we should wait till Rye gets here. Don't you think? Is Rye on their way?
Well, it wouldn't hurt, but let me go take a look at it. Maybe I can do a little assessment of the suit. Might be something useful, some sort of clue.
Okay. You want me to open this back up? Let's do it.
So we switch places, and I go take a look at it.
Feel free. I'll unlock tokens now because that was just, my way of adding stress there. So y'all may switch. Yep. All right. You move around the corner and come around to the side of the body, I'm assuming, to kind of see what's happening here. And you come face to face with a shotgun that's kind of leaning off across an arm, and the shotgun barrel's pointing right at you, Cham. And you can tell that there is a body in the suit, and there's no head, because then you turn and you can now see more chunks on the top of the ceiling, and whoever this was blew their head off.
Well, Mr. Wilson, looks like the most dangerous thing on this ship killed itself. So I think we're good to go.
Oh my
we
god,
got a
this
shotgun.
is what I've been talking about this entire time.
Yep.
Crew morale. This is what happened.
Right
Sorry.
you are, boss.
I'm
Hold on a
filing
second.
this with,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Captain Miller, I've been telling them about this Tai Chi program that I want to start on the ship. I think it's really going to help alleviate
Okay.
all the stress. You feel that stress? I'm feeling real stressed.
You have a shotgun, and you actually see there's a couple of more shells in a little pouch. Put those in the party sheet. You have a shotgun that looks okay. But as you're both looking at this, as in whoever wants the shotgun, the suit, you begin to know something very strange. Go figure. His arms, the suit is broken. It looks like it's been ripped, like you would stretch a piece of cloth, and the fibers would all, start to rip apart. It's not a clean cut, but just kind of a jarring, tearing motion. Both arms are probably a good another foot longer than they're supposed to be on a normal human. And he and wearing the suit looks like it happened while he had the suit on. The arms got ripped and they're stretched apart enough that the fibers on the suit broke. And that would take a lot of stress on the suit to make that happen. There's something you want to know and
Want to
take
keep
with
going,
the
Mr.
bank.
Wilson?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You want to go the right or the left, Mr. Wilson?
I say we go to the right.
My
Oh,
right
that
or
right.
your right?
They split the party already.
We'll take your right. We'll take your right. Anything
We're
we
gonna
notice
try and
about
open that
these
door.
doors?
The door you open up. Yep. You see a long hallway. No lights, no nothing. Just a long hallway going south.
Hey, Def, I have a question
Please ask.
from the ship. What's the fuel situation like on the Montero?
Oh, y'all are full. Y'all are
Still
you're
full up.
yeah, your supply is, you still got plenty. Yeah. You didn't use up, you didn't use up not even, a little over half of what you were expecting to be when you got to your destination. So Montero's fine for the moment.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
The HE3 that we're carrying around, is that usable?
The what now? The helium 3?
Helium-3?
It's not for ship fuel, but it's stuff that they power, the colonies and all that they use for their generators and processing things like that. It is not propellant for a ship, no.
Okay.
When you say we could see down this hallway, can we see to the next door, or is there like?
And y'all know it's there, but yeah, your lights are not, barely catching a shadow. Maybe there's a reflection of a door down there. Yeah.
I'm gonna call for a status update and just call down to Cham, I guess, and be like, "Are you seeing anything down there, Cham?"
Well, I mean, yeah, we saw what looked to be a former crew member took matters into his own hands and shot his head off. But on the plus side, we got a new shotgun, so balance.
There you go. Well, sounds like maybe this was.
Mr. Wilson and I are going to go check out the cryo chamber, see if there's some people alive as we head down to that science bay.
All right, be careful out there.
Okay. Y'all can continue moving if you'd like through the zone. And the zone would be like this hallway. That's like a zone. But we're not in combat, but I'm just kind of letting you know how it would play out. Yeah. You got another door.
Can we stop to I don't know how it would work in the ship. Will we be able to perceive sound or things like that if we tried to listen?
Well, you got your suit on, so I'm not sure.
Not really. Okay.
Yeah. You have the tracker as your main thing.
Will that work
The
beyond?
tracker telling us anything?
So the tracker will penetrate levels of the ship. It wouldn't penetrate the hull. Okay?
Okay. I'll turn it on for a moment just to check this next stretch.
You get a ping all of a sudden. Coming from down somewhere. You can't tell the distance of it. If it's on this level or level below you. But you have something, a single ping that's slowly moving, and then the tracker goes back to a single no response. It was brief.
There was something. It picked up.
There was something moving. There was a single ping happening for 10-15 seconds, and then it stops. Down somewhere down on the back side of the ship somewhere. You're not sure what level. There you go. Have fun with that.
Do I see that, or is that just him?
You hear it. So the motion sensor basically is like it's a handheld device, and there's a screen in front of it, say half of a shoebox size, and it has a meter reading on it, kind of giving you the distance, and then in a kind of a bullseye type range, and you can kind of see zones and quadrants in it, and then there'll be a ping or multiples. There's multiple running around, moving around. He got one several meters away in front of him, but you couldn't, they're somewhat accurate in distance and all that, but for when you're seeing and what you're doing, it could be this level or level down below you where that movement was happening. But you hear it. The normal pings, the normal is just a blip, but then when it hits something, it gets a higher in tone, and as it gets closer to you, that tone gets higher and higher.
I want to radio back to the captain and let them know that we detected this. Captain Miller, we detected movement. There's some sort of life here on the ship. Had no idea what it is. I don't know. It might not be a bad idea to send over somebody. I don't know if Rye is available.
I'm waiting here by the lock.
Yeah, Rye. Go over there with them. This concerns me that anything would be walking around in a dead ship. So keep your wits about you.
Who's going across?
Rye.
Need a mobility roll as you traverse the umbilical, Rye.
Okay.
Please.
Find that. Got so many maps here. That
On your
all?
character sheet. Yeah. Front page,
Yeah.
first page. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Devil Dog. Only 2 going across right now. And here comes Rye. You can push that roll, Rye, if you would like. If you push it, you give yourself a point of stress, and then you push. You can re-roll.
Okay. I'm going to give myself a point of stress. Actually, it says once per act, I can actually ignore stress dice.
You
on
can
a
ignore
roll.
the face hugger. That symbol's the
The
face
face
hugger.
hugger.
Yeah,
Okay, face
that's
hugger.
correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then I'm giving myself a point of stress. And now how do I re-roll just the ones
You just
that didn't roll?
you don't you just grab the dice again and re-roll everything fresh again.
Okay, and it didn't do it. Let's try that again. There. I have some successes there.
Yeah, so you got your success, and then you got 2 extras. So as you know with mobility, it's basically you can give somebody else a plus if they do a mobility roll. You can hold on to +1s, basically adding an extra dice to a roll, or you can impress. You know.
Yeah, there's nobody here to impress, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and hang on to that.
Okay, you hang on to a success. There you go. Nicely done. But
Okay.
you do make yourself across the bridge, across the way, and Rye, you will show up on the map there.
Okay.
Now,
So,
where's Rye going?
well, I'm going to use my suit comm. And can I contact them with my suit comm?
Yeah, y'all all can talk to each other through your suit comms and through into the other ship. Those are all active.
Cham, where are you guys?
Take that first door to the rear of the ship, and then take a right, and then a left, and you'll find.
Oh, okay.
The door to the south is open.
I moved back to kind of get ready to greet them.
Okay, and we have lights on our suits, right? So
Yeah,
I
you
can-
have like a couple of headlights, that shine and kind of give you a eerie view of everything in front of you, because you're looking, you got a bubble over your head, a spacesuit that you're wearing.
Right. Oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, you're going to walk
Oh,
up and
yeah,
there's going to be
right.
a dead body right there. You can go ahead and give yourself a point of stress because they didn't move it.
Oh man.
Well, we talked
Thanks,
about
guys.
it. She knew it was there.
Yeah, but she ain't seen it before.
Yeah. Oh God.
Told you I like to give stress out.
Dang. Poor sucker.
Yeah, poor sucker that has to fill out all the human resources paperwork on this.
Nice, Wilson.
Hey, Rye, you know what I got? You got a shotgun. Maybe you should carry that.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll take that.
So you have to give her the shotgun and the shells. You got to put them back in the party sheet, and then she can move them over to her character. Or did you even take them? Did you even take them, Cham, out of the party sheet?
He took.
Yeah, I
the
took it. I'm putting it back.
Yeah, and the shotgun shells are there too. Basically, it gives you a reload. 2 reload. Okay. Yep. So you grab both those and pull them to your character sheet, your inventory.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to.
No one's got the flamethrower?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure.
Got a grappling gun and a shotgun and shotgun shell.
You're aiming for some trouble. Okay.
All right, Rye, let's go help Mr. Wilson get to the next level.
Sounds
Yep.
like a good idea.
Okay. You can move down there too, Rye.
Okay.
Once we're all together, I'll signal, are we all ready? And once we are, open up the next door.
Open up. There's another hallway. Dark. Nothing in it.
I just moved towards the doorway
You're fine.
in the center of the hall.
Yep, it's fine. Y'all can move in there. Same thing, Rye. You can move into the hallway there.
Okay. Well, I can notice that access terminal, but it's dead, right?
They're all dead. That is correct. Mm-hmm. Yep,
I
and there's
continue on into the cryo hallway.
Okay, go right ahead. You've got 3 cryo chambers there. Which one are we going into?
Can I see anything from just where I'm at?
Yeah, they're all closed. Looks like.
Hey, Mr. Wilson, why don't you see if your little pinger works down in this area?
I'll give it a try. Hit it again.
Oops, wrong button.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That don't mean much. They might be asleep in here. Let's open up number 1.
So, when you go into one, each chamber has 4 tubes in it. You will look. One of them, you're trying to expect that they're all fogged over, and I've got a ton of, ice melt, on the front of them. But one you can tell doesn't like it shut properly. You can see a seam and a crack in it, and you jiggle with it and all that, and there is a desiccated dead body in there.
And this fella didn't seem to know how to get a tight seal. That's 101.
Yep. You start messing with the other ones. Second one, you can take some time, some mana, and you're able to scrape away some of the ice and all that. And you'll notice that the whole ship has this, basically a cluster of ice everywhere because it's been super cold. So you've got, this condensation, however, frozen, and so there's a thin layer of the crusty ice, things like that you would normally see. This one, there is nothing in that tube at all. The next two, the last 2 in there, you see actually human bodies. Nothing wrong with them, asleep.
Like nothing wrong, like we could wake them up? Or...
They are asleep, and they are in deep cryo sleep.
Hey, Mr. Wilson, we got 2 survivors here.
Well, that's good. That's
You would have to have power restored to this
Yes,
ship before you could get them operational, because they have to go through a process to bring them out of cryo.
I want to take a closer look at this desiccated body that's in this cracked.
Looks like it was a science crew member. Yeah, it just died. Basically, something you can't tell, but the seal was broken somehow, and the body has been, just rotted over time. 75 years dead. Yeah, in space.
And
Frozen, but it still rotted a good bit.
Any indication of why that would be? Like, did something force this thing open, or was it just malfunction?
You can't tell without some more power and other things going on. You're not really certain, unless you want to get your, because you got a big ass spacesuit on too, so it's hard to maneuver and do things.
Do I got like a marker pen or some sort of way I can mark on this door, like with number 2?
Sure. Yeah, you can write it in the frost of the door if you wanted to. So.
Well, that's more good news. We're 2 and 2 now. 2 living, 2 down. Let's go check out the other ship side.
Go over to the next one in 1 second. Let's see. You're going to find in Cryo 2 area, there are, making sure I count this right, there are 3 more people asleep. The 4th tube is empty.
A little bit worried about the empty tubes. It's not like we have a whole lot of extras on our ship.
That is correct.
Well,
Is this a-
one of them was obviously awake and took his life. We should be looking at the positive. There are a number of alive people in these tanks. Like, let's glasses half full kind of thing, right?
Oh, I can see it that way. I'm still gonna
And
keep.
Yep.
don't they sometimes wake up in shifts? Maybe it's just a cycle. You know, everything went down when they had one shift up.
That's not how they work. Y'all's cryotubes this way. It's, you all go to sleep and mother wakes you up at a certain time, just like what happened with y'all. So maybe they could, Cham, you could be, but in this case, you would. Normally, the travels works that way. So.
Oh, let's move on to where we're going. We got
Cryo 3. 3 tubes are empty. 4th tube's got another body in it. This one looks like it was ripped open, but the body is dead in it. And the body the tube has got some scratch marks on, claw marks on it, and kind of the glass has got a crack in it. But in the tube, you can see it pull it up, but the body itself is, just like the other one, untouched, but it's dead.
The claw marks on the inside of the tube or the outside?
Outside of the tube.
Hey, Mr. Wilson, when we came in, I saw some claw marks on the inside of the hatch door.
You did?
It's like some sort of, scratch.
We got the ping off the sensor. There was a thing moving around in here.
Well, maybe we need to be, that could be an animal. I mean, it's a science ship. Maybe they had some sort of, chimps or something on board.
Wow, I love your optimism, but I'm just saying, we've got a guy on the other ship with a flamethrower. And he's on the other ship, not the one where this thing is. That killed this poor guy.
Guys, status update.
Captain, we have multiple dead crew. And it looks like scratches, big ones, like gouges from Cham thinks an escaped lab monkey that might have tried to open up some of the cryopods. And we've got at least 3 of them that are just flat out empty. I'm not liking this.
And any survivors? Just everyone dead?
Yeah, I know there's some people who are still in cryo here, but no power.
There's barely minimal power on the tubes. Y'all will notice that it's keeping them functioning at least at a sleep level.
I don't like this. All right.
Wilson noted that there's a flamethrower on our ship.
There is a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have one. All right, you think this is a flamethrower situation?
I think it could easily become one. We need Davis over here, stat.
I don't know, Wilson.
All right, well,
You need a flamethrower for a chimp?
I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but we haven't seen anything yet, and I don't want to catch on fire. We got a couple tools here we can use. Let's just work our way through.
all right. Hold. Let's regroup here for a minute. So, what you're telling me is there is something that is strong enough to claw the pods open, the sleep pods open, and we have some survivors who are barely alive, some missing crew, and some dead crew, and you need a flamethrower. That's what I'm hearing.
That's essentially accurate.
All right. Now look, Davis is keeping the ship steady over here, so I don't know if I can even let him go with his flamethrower. I mean, does he has to pilot continuously, or is he able to do an
ships
autopilot?
You're in basically inertia mode, so unless something bad happens to one of the ships, they just kind of spaces, and you just move along in a slow little pace. Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
I feel like this is a terrible decision, but I am sending you Davis with his flamethrower, or her flamethrower, I'm sorry. I'm sending you Davis with her, and I hope very much that you don't have to use it to kill your space monkey.
Thanks, Captain. That's exactly the kind of decision that I would expect under your leadership.
So we open this door.
All right. So let me get this. Davis, you're coming across, right?
Yep.
While they're talking. So would you give me your mobility roll, please? Oh boy.
I'm a little too eager to get into the action.
You got a panic roll.
Alright.
All right. You're still good. You're able to make it across. And finding yourself in that junction, coming down the stairs, the ladder into A1.
Nothing like a panicked flamethrower.
Okay. What about the three of y'all down there? Y'all, are y'all moving through that door to the south?
I'm thinking, we should wait for him to catch up with us.
Her.
Yeah.
Maybe Rye, one of us should go back and kind of guide him in.
Yeah, maybe one of us should. Wilson, you're the one who's got the motion tracker. You want to go ahead and use that to see if you can't pick him up using your little tool there?
It was fine a few moments ago. This thing's got a battery. If I keep hitting this thing, it's gonna run out. We gotta save this going forward. There was no signal. We only got it for a moment, so I think he's got a flamethrower. She's got a flamethrower. She'll be fine. We'll just verbally, direct her this way.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a plan.
As soon as I'm actually in the ship, I will over comms ping out to Wilson, Ryan, Jam.
Yep.
Alright, I'm on board. Where am I going? Where's the dead body?
You're going to
Straight ahead
find
of
it here in
you.
a second. You're going to find it in a second. The only door that you see is the door to the south is open. And I would assume you head that way.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm
Well,
actually heading right for the body.
you run right into a dead body that's laying there. You give yourself a point of stress. It's missing its head.
I'm gonna come over the intercom to everybody and say, look, I sent you your flamethrower, so here's how this is gonna go down, okay? We have 2 objectives now. Objective number 1, I want you to very quickly check the science rooms, see if there are anything, escaped monkeys or anything of value that we can take and say that we've done. Number 2, I need my techs to try to get enough power that we can get these folks out of Cryo Street and into our ship. So,
How long does it take?
How long does it take to thaw people out?
Yeah.
I don't know. How long does it take?
Don't know. Until you get them in, if the systems go up and run, it can knock it out fairly quickly.
Okay.
But
All right. I don't want you just dilly-dallying around the ship, though. We need to get this done quickly for your own safety and for the mission.
Well, the reactor core is the next level down, and we're heading right towards it. So let's press on through.
Sounds good.
okay.
I will just charge straight ahead.
You run right into the body. You see the body. And man, we're going to rely on them. I mean, you're going to be walking blind. They haven't told you where to go. Hate to tell you that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a moment to examine the body a little closer.
You see,
'Cause all I know is that there's a body that blew its head off.
yeah,
so.
blew his head off. The thing you notice is the rips and the tears in the spacesuit of this type of stress that was needed to pull them apart like that. Not just the seams, but the arms themselves. Let's say in the areas here where just the arms grew and the material is just ripped apart.
how's the flesh? Does it look like the flesh is what grew? Or
Yeah.
did,
Well, I
like,
mean,
the
you're gonna.
arm
Well,
get
you're
set?
gonna have to. You would have to. You got to remember. You got a spacesuit on. You're going to have to get it. You have to get into better examination to really get down and look at that kind of stuff. You would have to change your situation. Let me put it that way to be able to do that kind of work.
I'll put a pin in that. And I'll ping over to Rye. Hey, I'm at the body. Where do I go from here?
Okay, so if you're looking at the stairwell, you want to go to your right.
All right.
And then there should be a door lock.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where Wilson. I think this is where Wilson said he might have heard something. So keep your eyes open.
Well, we hit a scan right there, but it disappeared. It must have gone out of range or something.
Okay, just saying. Pay attention, and then come on.
It might
straight
not have
here.
been on this floor. It might have been on the lower level too. So we really don't have a very tight idea of where it is.
Would it,
Sir.
Def, would have been reasonable that the whole time I was on the ship, I would have had time to look over those schematics for this one?
Y'all would know enough, yeah. And you don't have a readout like your ship, but y'all were sent the schematics on the Montero so that you could look at them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, so come straight forward then.
Can I check out the med
Yep.
box that's in here?
Yeah. So y'all move examination room, and two things are going to catch your notice. One, the room is a mess, been destroyed, and the door going into Cryo 3, more gouge marks, just rips across the metal and the frame and all that. Huge ones, trying to, from on this side of the door, getting into Cryo 3. You also find laying on the floor a couple of personal med kits. And med kits, basically, they allow you, when you use them, that you can get a +2 on your medical aid. They allow you to help when someone's hurt or damaged, to be able to, help them. It's not like healing hit points, but you can help. It's just a +2 to your medical aid roll. And if you look at your medical aid, basically that means that it is an empathy roll, medical aid. When a person is dropped to 0, is broken, a medical aid, and if you succeed on the roll, you can get them back on their seat, and they will recover a number of hit points equal to the number of successes you rolled.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's 2 on the floor in there with, in the examination room that y'all find.
Mr. Wilson, you should grab one of these, and Rye, you want the other?
Sure, I'll take it. Hopefully won't have to use it on you.
You want that other one, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
I
So
got a
these
feel
claw
that
marks,
Mm-hmm.
do they indicate that something came
Was trying to
from the
get into the
examination
door.
room and got into the cryo chambers?
Was
Or the
trying to
vice
get in the cryo chamber.
versa? Oh,
Just-
but didn't.
That can tell. You can't tell,
okay.
but they're just big gouge marks across the door and the frame.
I see.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Well, if we see these here, and we saw them on the other side, I think it must have gotten through.
Well, you saw them on the cryo, one of the cryo tubes too. Ripped one
Well, this
open.
door didn't stop it.
Yeah, that's encouraging. Maybe it to look like it might have clawed its way all the way out of the ship.
Mm-hmm. You've got doors to your east and west and to your south.
I say we just head to the junction and drop down to the next level, get towards that reactor, etc.
I agree.
Me too.
Davis, you can catch up to them.
Okay. Coming out into this hallway here,
Mm-hmm.
I see there's an access terminal to the right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're dead.
It's completely dead.
They're dead. They're
100%.
offline. Yeah, there's no power to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll keep note of that, and then I'll just catch up.
Fair enough.
And as I'm walking, I'm taking, I've heard chatter over the radio about scratch marks and things of that sort. So I'm just, every time I pass something, I'm taking a moment to like really look at it, even if I can't go find detail.
You notice more that they missed on this door here too.
And does it look like what direction they came?
Trying to get into the cryo 2 area.
Into the cryo chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna close that door behind me.
Okay. All right.
And I'll follow. I'll catch up with them.
Y'all. Okay. Continuing south or east or west?
I think we
I
decided.
think we take the stairs.
Okay. Slider going down. Going down to deck B. Okay. Here we go. I'm ashamed. I thought y'all would split the party. So sadness. I am teasing. Or am I? Alrighty. So we're going to
stay up behind.
So now you succeeded in split party.
I know. I'm so mean. Okay. All are in.
So we got one more floor down to the.
You're still
I think
going
where
down?
we can start working the ship.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. You got deck B, and do not see anything out of the ordinary, and y'all continue on, and you make your way to.
I'm actually staying up on deck A.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna split the party. I misunderstood what she was saying. I just assumed. Okay, now I really like it. And okay, so you're sitting there now. Are you going to be moving around doing things, Davis? Because you'll need to let me know, because we'll have to jump back and forth on the maps. But you know, okay.
I'm gonna go into and explore the shower wardrobe.
Okay, one moment, please. All right, so deck C. Y'all come down, and they're nothing. Everything looks normally, relatively in order as y'all come down to this level.
What's our tech knowledge tell us about whether we go to the reactor relay control or how do we get this thing up and running again?
You got to get that's the whole. Everything is power related. Is it in both the relay control and the reactor itself is what's got to be. They work together, but you can only get to the reactor through that control room.
So that's where we're headed, is to reactor relay control.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't have to worry about cooling anything off. So, Cham, you want to open the door here, please?
Sure thing.
Open the door. You see a hallway.
Mr. Wilson, do you think you want to waste some of that battery?
Sure, I can hit the motion sensor again.
Which way are you facing? South, east, west, or north? It's 180 degree focus.
I'll kind of move all the way that I can to the left side of the room there, and I'll be facing east.
Okay. You get a interesting. Single ping moving around. You think it's above you?
Well, it could be. Could be Davis.
You can ask. You can ask. Y'all can talk to each other through your suits in the ship.
Okay. Hey, Davis, are you moving around up there?
Yeah, I'm checking out up here. These lockers, seeing if there's anything useful to us.
Okay, well, we're getting a ping, but it's probably just you.
Okay. Davis is moving around.
moving.
Yeah. right, well, you stop moving it because you're gonna. Two things, you will. Okay. Yeah, the ping stops. Whoa. Thanks for the. Yeah, right then that happens. Nice timing. Thank you, Thornley. We appreciate that. No, actually, what happens? We go back to deck A. You move. Which way did you move?
I was planning to move to the left.
Go ahead and move.
The
Go
west
ahead.
of the ship.
Yeah. So you're moving along, and you get a ping from Davis. Davis, you stop moving because you sitting there and you see the showers. They're filthy. Just grime and gunk everywhere, which you weren't kind of expecting. But what you see around the drain are these look like little, like the size of a watermelon. It's some type of growth you ain't seen before. It's some type of ugly pod. We just lost somebody. What happened? He went.
He's back.
Yeah, he went. Oh, it messes up my. I hate that when it does it. Now all of my overlays are messed up. I've got to stop using Zoom for the games because it does that, and there's no way to control it. I'll fix it in here in a second. There's some type of pod growing on top of the drain. Yeah, roll for fun. This is Alien RPG. Yep. Now, Cham and everybody's off. Damn it. Alex, you kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize if
When
I
you-
just turned my camera off.
Yeah, when you do, you turn your camera off, it repositions you. Yeah, it's what it does. But that's fine. I'll fix it here while we're streaming.
Little role reversal, I expect. Now I've got to be Davis.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't know that. It
I'm the
happens.
captain now.
That's right. Rye's good. That's me. Wilson's in the. Let's see. Miller's in the wrong spot. Then that's Davis. Sorry, folks. And then that's Cham. I wish they would do it in like alphabetical order like Discord does. So then you don't have a problem with that then. It will all stay in play, but no. Zoom is crappy. Okay. Crisis averted. That's the power of editing. Yeah, this it's less, I don't know how to explain. You hadn't seen it before, Davis, but it's just a pod thing about the size of a watermelon, just sitting on top of the drain.
Gross.
It's not something you would expect normally to see in a shower area.
No, that's a bit unsettling. Resisting the urge to take a closer look.
You see it in that first. You see it in that first shower stall right there.
I'm just gonna peek over.
To what?
Is it only just the one?
Oh, if you're looking in the next shower stall. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one there, in that drain too.
I'm gonna go look at the next one.
There's another. All three shower stalls. There's three. There, one in each, on each drain.
Great. I say nothing about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue down the hall.
Okay. You.
Where on the map it would have said there would have been vac suits, so I'm looking for backups.
Yeah, you go in there and there are 3 spacesuits there, but they're older. They're an older model than the ones that you have, but they look like they're in perfect condition. They're just covered with, ice, frost.
Are they so encoded in ice that they can't be manipulated?
It takes some time to it takes some time to get them worked up and all that because they've got ice inside them too. But as far as what you could tell at the moment from your vantage point, having the suit on and all that, they look perfectly legit. There's nothing wrong with them.
I'll take the time to get one so that I can at least carry it on my person.
Well, you're going to have to you're going to need your access to your hands and you're going to have your suit off to get it cleaned and wiped out and things like that. Sorry.
I will, in that case, I'll just say, over on the radio, We got plenty of spare suits here, but we'll need de-icing. Keep that in mind in case things go tits up.
Okay, back to group 2 as they make their way out of the Junction C into the hallway, and that's me, Gary, because he moved. I'm not sure why it did. Oh, because his camera's changed, and so his chroma keys go off. Here, let me add it in. So boom. Okay, so Cham makes his way down the hallway. What about the other two of you? Are y'all standing here looking around the corner, just watching him? Or are you joining him? Not that I, care.
Come on, guys, it's this way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Check this out.
Hey, y'all moving and Cham.
Past me.
Yeah, you're moving, and the door to the reactor room is open there. That's you. And there's a simple, faint little orange glow coming from out of that room. Very faint, yellowish glow. It's some type of light is on. By the looks of it.
Not like a radiant leak.
Not like that.
Glow.
I'm sorry, it's not orange. It's a pale blue light. Sorry. It's a faint blue light coming on, and as you move to the room and you look, and there's an access port on one of the control panels here that is open. Showing that there's that access port is telling you that there is. What do you? Oh, I know, but that's okay. Gary gives me hard times all the time, so I will give you the map. That the power unit, that this is what's providing the minimal power, is this unit here pulling from the reactor. That's all it's basically telling you.
So, Rye, you want to head on in there and see if we can get this up and running?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look. Man, this is a risk. You could lose everything.
You move in, yeah. This room is just destroyed too. Things are thrown everywhere. The chairs, there's gouges in the walls and all that. And there's this. You begin to see what the frost is, and first you think it's the trick of the light, but there's some kind of yellow, white resin. Something covers the walls, the units, the displays, everywhere in this room. It is, and you already know that you're gonna, looking at it. I know but that's Gary. You're fine. I'm giving you a hard time. That's.
Are we thinking this is like human remains, or is this chemical?
No, it's just there's just a coating that's along with the ice. Though the ice is not, as you're seeing, it's faded somewhat and is not as prevalent in this room as the outside because the reactor is generating some heat. It is still active. Okay, so as you moved in here, the frost has changed now to this yellow-white resin that has coated everything in the room.
Oh my God, Cham, you gotta come in here and see this. This is gross.
Well, we could like a wipe. You want me to find something we can wipe it off with?
It's going to take some time. You've got a whole shift of work in front of you if you're going to try the cleaning of this room.
Yeah, no, we can't clean this up. Okay, so we're basically looking at this. Can I look up and around and
it's
just
everywhere.
like see what I can see? It's everywhere.
It's everywhere in the room. At least where you're facing, looking toward the east. Then you can look back over, and then you've got what basically is an open basically the blast reactor door that is open, and you can the reactor room is sitting open to you where it's at. You can hear this, maybe it's a low pulse, that it's on and moving, but that door is wide open.
Okay, so is it a mechanical door that we can shut again with our hands, or
needs power?
Oh God, so So, and this thing is still powered up. As I'm
You
looking
got
at
a
the
minimal
panel,
power supplying stuff to what looks to be the grab plates. You're going to, you can make me a Comtech roll if you'd like, please.
Okay. Okay, now I have to go ahead and get the maps out of the way and find find me. Okay, hang on. It's easier just to do this. There I am. Okay. And okay, here we go. Oh, critical fail.
You've got a panic roll. This is what you're seeing. And you notice in the trash, hey, go ahead and give me your panic roll, please.
Okay.
Okay, you're keeping it together. Way to go, Rye. You're nervous and all that, but the trash also, you see it's piled around the door on the reactor door there and into the reactor room. Because that reactor's probably a pod and it's got a shaft and it goes up and down, but there's still movement in an area around the reactor. You know this because you can see from the map. And you see the slime goes into there too.
Oh man, that slime goes all the way into the reactor. What could go into the reactor?
You'd have to check.
I'm not gonna go check.
All right. I'm gonna make a call in to check about what's happening. All right, I need status updates, guys. What's going on?
Well, we reached the reactor. It's
All right.
not a good scene, Captain.
Is
The
it
doors-
unstable?
Well, it's powering, and it would be stable if it weren't covered with, like, the biggest loogie you've ever seen in your life everywhere. I have no idea what could cause this.
Do you think you can get power on safely?
I can try.
Yeah, you have to do a
The
complete.
reactor-
You have to do a complete search. You've got to check the whole area out so you can determine what's going on. So,
Yeah. So the
All
reactor
right.
door is open.
yep, it is.
Lewis?
Who? Wilson, you mean, or
Wilson, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Lewis. Wilson, like, is there any kind of, like, company protocol for, like, hazard pay or anything for this shit?
Not that I know of, but if you know something that I don't, I think I need to put something extra on my next paycheck, because this is way out of bounds.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if you want to go ahead and notice that in your notebook, that would certainly be warranted at this point. I don't know, Cham, what do we want to do?
thanks, Roll for Fun for the chair. Appreciate it. Got some cleaning up to do.
Isn't the point to get this ship moving?
Yeah?
I mean, do we tow it? Can we do that?
We can tow it. It's just, look, here's the thing. If we can't get this ship up and running without blowing it up, we tow it. It's not a big deal. My big concern is just those people in those pods. If there's a possible way for us to get them out of the pods without powering up, we do that. But this seems very unstable. I think we need to
Thanks,
consider getting out as fast as we can in this situation.
Well, do we think this goo is hazardous? Because, the med lab's on that next floor up. Maybe we can get some sort of toxic cleanup.
So just so you're assessing this, the cleanup is going to require that y'all take your suits off and do the work. To get the suits off,
We don't
means you
need the
got to
suits to
stabilize
breathe, do
your
we?
air scrubbers, your power to your ship, everything is off. And that's going to require that the ship has to have full power to do anything in here.
Yeah. So that's like we can't do that, Cham. We can't breathe in here. We can't.
Your suits are about halfway used right now of supply of air and power.
I think
All right,
Captain-
so
Go ahead.
I would say, so this is a bust, then let's just see what we can salvage. We're on the cargo deck and Scilab.
Yeah, look, at this point, get salvage, get science, and we're gonna have to try to manually, like, pry the people out. I don't know. They're the third priority. Just get this thing done. We're not getting this powered up.
Well, they're not going anywhere.
Oh no,
I mean, they're in their.
Ryan made
That's
me
true.
a comm check. Yeah. Actually, you did make me you failed on that. So you aren't sure what it's going to take, Rye, at the moment to get this ship powered up. There's a lot of work in front of you, but you don't know if it's possible or not yet. It's going to have to take some more research and look around and to see what all has happened in the room in the reactor to see if you can even get the cryotubes operational to wake them up, to even get the air scrubbers going, to possibly, because you're fairly sure they're going to have to work so you can have air.
Right.
Well,
yeah, you know what? No, this is not gonna work for us. We gotta just, we'll tow this. What's the closest WS station here? Can we get there? Can we get close enough to hail someone to get it there? This is above our pay grade.
Yeah, you've got a lot of work in front of you, and you think you were months away from a station.
Fuck.
Well,
Kind of what we thought.
I think what we'll do is we should check out the science labs, though, like you say. We need to know the true scope of what we have here if we're going to accurately report this back.
Well, how about I'm going to head up as well, but maybe I'll come up a different stairwell. Just check out this cargo bay while I'm here. If there's good cargo, I'm the guy who's going to know about it.
All right. Watch out for monkeys, whatever.
Okay, hold scene there. We're back to Davis. You have found something in the western shower bays. What are we doing? Did you just hang out there? As they were chatting, what are you doing now?
I'm going to go ahead and leave.
And go where?
I'm going to close that door. I'm going to head back into the examination room. I'm going to close that door behind me.
Okay.
Fuck, I need power.
Yes, you do.
Radio down to the rest of the crew. I know you guys don't want to put into work to get power, but the information we need we're going to get from this mother system, which needs power.
Can't we just take Mother with us?
Fortunately not. Mother is an integrated part of the ship. Basically, it's a control process. And she's the mother of the ship. She controls everything in each ship.
If we're going to file a report on this, they're going to want Mother's logs.
And to get to Mother, you have to have her access key. You don't know where that's at.
Okay.
Miller's will not work in this ship.
So we're going to crack some pods. Take some people.
Maybe, I don't know. Looks like things were going to shit here. And people were really trying to get from, to get into the cryo area. God knows if they're being chased by a rabid monkey. I don't think I'd grab my key. Do we know where the captain's quarters are on this ship? And maybe there's going to be something there that could help us.
Yes, you do.
The car door isn't going to work without power.
That is correct.
Oh, damn it.
We need power.
Is there any way we can... I'm sorry. Is there any way that we can use some of our power, just enough to charge something up? Sort of portable, battery jumper?
The ships are different models and all that, and you don't... Yeah, y'all were on this quick run. You're not loaded for bear.
No galactic power charger.
Yeah, you don't have your own, your defibrillator. galactic spaceship defibrillator to jumpstart it.
This ship's all nuclear.
Seems like it.
They use, well, I don't. They actually maybe there's some form of fusion or fission reacting to it, and it's active. This unfortunately, it was just Rye didn't make the right. She didn't, her role at this point in time. What she's looking at didn't tell her much, but the ship has this minimal power that's got some of the support. Some of the mechanisms going on. Your gravity, your life support. There's been a few, the walkways have a single light, and every now and then it was casting off a faint glow. There was a glow here, for this reactor panel showing that there was power here. But unfortunately, Rye, at this point in time, is not thinking clearly.
Hey, Miller. Do we have a backup generator on our ship? Something tiny, something portable?
We got shit.
Negatory.
Here's
You don't. The inventory you had is what you have that's mobile, that I gave to you, that you had in the parcel.
Maybe we can look for a mobile generator here on board. We got tanks full of helium. We're not running out of fuel.
No, but we might run out of air. And look, Cam, I want you to take a once over. Not that I don't trust you, Rye, but just do a once over. See if there's anything y'all can do quickly, just to get enough power to look at Mother. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else, so that we can get some information and get out.
Jam, make me a heavy machinery roll. Please. Jammo whammo. Oh my god. Well, Jam, that's a failure. That's a panic roll. Would you be so kind, sir, to make me a
I was
panic?
doing so well.
You were doing so well.
This is just hit the red panic button.
That's hit the red panic button. You can push now. Yeah. So you're holding. Yeah, you can push that roll if you want. Don't forget.
Oh, I wasn't a fail.
Fail, but you actually you can't push the fail rolls. No. Or can Cham? Hold on. What's Cham? That's actually because. Hold on. What's your skill? Chamo whammo. You've got true grit. When it takes to overcome anything, that's a strength roll. You're able to push twice, where everybody else can only push once. So you can push that roll if you'd like. You still get the panic, and nothing happened. So if you want to push that roll, you take another level of stress, and then you can do your heavy machinery roll again.
Consider it done. Dope.
Unfortunately, you can give me another panic roll, please, sir. Oh no! All right. So for the moment, Cham is starting to show some cracks in his resolve, and all skill rolls using agility are at -2 for the moment.
Can't believe they just can't get this thing to work. There are people on this ship they'll die if we don't get
Wilson,
this working.
It's up to you to do something.
Cham, hang in there, dude.
Your roughnecks are kind of feeling
I want to try to calm him down. I'm going to start espousing, the principles of yin and yang. Things don't always work out the way that we want.
Yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, we'd have to spend. Yeah. You'd have to spend there's a shift of time, and the panic. I can fast forward here in a little bit, but it's just some sweet talk in his ear right now is not going to do anything.
What is my? I don't understand the manipulation skill.
You basically can do exactly what it sounds like. You can. You basically, the manipulation is an empath. Yeah. To make another person see things your way, make an opposed roll for manipulation. Your chances, so, and you're basically, if you succeed, you can basically order him to do something.
I see. No, I was hoping it was more of a like a reassurance kind of thing.
Okay, well, Cam needs to take a breath here, and maybe, I don't know. Maybe
Go
there's
ahead.
some more information over in the.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go information where?
Can I take just a look? Can I do an observation? Just a look. Now, I mean, I got
Of-
totally thrown off by all the GAC. Can I just see if
Observation
there's
of
something
what?
usable? I want
Yeah.
to see if there's something usable.
Well, you got trapped,
you
so you
know-
notice that there's this room has got just been destroyed. Ripped. The
Right.
chairs have been ripped apart. There looks to be other stuff in the reactor. You can tell that there's
Yeah.
stuff on the floor and it's not supposed to be. So you'd have to search around.
Okay. So, given the fact that everybody's panicked, I'm going to go ahead and, well, at least that Cham is panicked. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the risk of at least getting. I don't really want to go in there, but at least take a closer look.
You see trash over there. Something catches your eye over here. You would have to move, and then there's something back in this area, a pile of something. Can't tell what it is from where you're at, but there is something back in that area. You see chair, you see other stuff just kind of just laid along, and just paper and pieces of a chair and other stuff from everywhere, clothing, just lots of things.
Just a bunch of junk and something
junk,
that catches
but
my
something
eye.
is piled up back there. Yeah.
So, Cham, there's something piled up back there, buddy. Maybe there's something there that can help us to sort of like figure out this mess. Wilson, do you want to turn on your motion sensor thing again before I go back there?
Well, I think I pinged it before. I would have picked something up in that room, so I don't know how many uses I get out of it.
You're fine right now.
Oh,
I want
okay. I'll ping it then.
Let's have fun.
If there's no consequence, then I will.
There. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Let's add it to.
I don't know how to use this thing.
Yeah, no contact. It's no contact. There we go. There's no contact.
Okay.
I didn't watch the webinar on this.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get to right here and
Okay.
regret it. I know.
No, that's all right. When you move in, one thing is your suit. The Geiger counter in the suit starts to articulate. There are, because you're in the reactor, okay, you're right next to the damn thing, and so there is rads coming out of this thing, and that's to be expected, and your suit is handling that deal. What you see when you come around the corner, though, looks to be like I said, there's trash and junk piled up, and in the middle of it is this huge is a spacesuit just sitting there, kind of curled up, black. It looks like it's been burned, because it's it's about the size of one of the EVA suits that you're used to seeing, and it looks like the outer part of it is kind of blackened a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna relay all of that back to Cham and to Wilson. Man, this
Give me
is
a mobility roll when you walk in there, please, sir, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and do that. You can, sir, me. Mobility.
Ma'am.
There it is. Okay. Other panic?
Yes, ma'am. you freeze in your tracks as you're looking at this thing because you are unable to understand. Because the moment you look at this, you begin to notice that that's not a spacesuit that is sitting there. You see it as you're looking at the whole deal. You're looking at a nest, and where the helmet is, you see is a bulbous head, and it basically slowly moves, and you see it just kind of its arms, it's moves inside its nest, and this head just kind of moves up looking at you. We'll pause right there for intermission for our 10-minute break for the night.
I get to say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I've been trying to get to that. I was like, get in the room, get in the room, get in the room. Yeah,
Go in there.
Yes. All right. Hold on, folks. So as Rye now is frozen in fear of what she's looking at. And we're going to take our 10-minute break as we can do our bladder breaks and get some refills on drinks and all that. So stick around. It's 10:25. We're about 10 minutes on it, and we'll be right back.
Never mind. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
All righty.
With all the yak, too, which is like the worst scene.
We are back. We are live. I think, let me make sure my audios are all looking good. Yeah. So we've had to change some plans. So the DM mother was corrected because Rye does have an ability once per session to ignore facehuggers. So she is going to choose to ignore that facehugger, which instigated that panic roll. So Rye steps in there, but still sees what she sees. This spacesuit that's sitting contorted with its limbs folded up over itself basically moves, and the head just kind of begins to lift up, and it's a big bulbous head now that you're seeing. First it looked, just the front of it looked like a regular spacesuit helmet, but now that it's moved, you see that there's more to it. What do you do, Rye?
I am a rabbit a little bit right now, so I'm going to, I know I've got the shotgun, which I had equipped.
No, you've got it. Oh, certainly, and it's loaded.
It's loaded. And I am gonna keep my eye on it. What's the range of this shotgun? Hang on, let me find out.
It tells you.
Yep. I just have to get in here.
No, it's actually short.
Yeah, it's a short range.
Basically, you are engaged mode when you're side by side. A short would probably be close to where maybe the door is of the reactor room. Okay. A couple of squares. It's still inside a single zone. Inside a room like this would be considered short.
Okay, so I'm going to take. Now, am I engaged at this point?
Its head just moved, that's all.
Okay, so I'm going to take a slow step backwards.
I need another mobility roll when you do that, please.
Okay. You are a great DM. What can I say?
Let's mark that, please. She steps back.
Ooh.
What do we have
successes.
Here? Smack the DM around. Smack mother around. So you have a success. You're able to because you back up to the door. You have another success. So that's an agility on your mobility. So you want to impress it? or you can.
Do I want to impress the monster?
You can hold on to that to
Meeting
another. You can
call.
hold on to another later skill roll with a +1. You know, hold on to it for later. So
I think I'm going to hold on to it. So that gives me 2 that I'm hanging on to. But I'm going to make it at least back
to the door.
about to right here.
In
And
the
then,
door. Right here. Yep.
yeah, and I'm going to say, Cham, we got to get out of here. The rabid monkey is in the reactor. And I think the reactor has done something to it.
Can I hear that?
Oh yeah, y'all are in the spacesuits.
All right, I'm moving. Don't have to tell me twice.
Oh my god, it stood up.
It's standing up. Yep.
Okay, how fast can we run?
One zone at a time.
Okay.
I'd like to run to the junction then.
Okay, you move to the junction. Cham, what are you doing?
When I'm trembling, I can still move, though, right?
You can move now. Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm following Wilson.
Rye, you may move out into the hallway.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try and shut that damn door.
You can shut the door. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Zeltaris. Wow, 40, 37. A raid. Welcome, raiders. We appreciate it, Zelt. We are in the middle of Act 1 of the Alien RPG, Chariots of the Gods, and they just run into their first something. Because it definitely looked, big. It looked... Thanks for the follow there, Big Jim. Thanks to the raid. We really appreciate it. Sit tight. We got some action happening here. Y'all just came at the right time. All right, madam. We appreciate it. All right, so Rye, you backing up. You're able to basically, the mechanism to slide that door shut. Yes.
Okay. I've done that. And I also want to head towards the junction as close as I can get to it.
You're able to move. You can get to the door, and that's about it. Well, actually, you're going to be stuck because it takes an action to slow. So in the Alien, you have a fast and slow action in your maneuvers, and so a fast action is like moving, going down hallways, doing fast actions, and the slow action is basically firing of a weapon or manipulating the door. And so that is basically your fast action was to get the hell out of that room. The slow action was to pop the door. Okay.
Got it.
Huh? And those two, your male companions waved down the hall into the junction and leaving you there. Just so y'all can take notice of that. While we're sitting here,
I'm not surprised by anything.
I know you're not. We are back up to Deck A with Davis. Where have you moved to now, Davis? Davis. Unsure of what's happening down there. Y'all heard? You haven't quite heard them run into the creature yet. We have a split party.
I'm just going to radio down because I need power. So, what's going on down there? Right? Wilson?
Shut up! Shut up!
We're on radios.
Shut up! The rabid monkey's on the other side of the goddamn door.
Are you telling me there are actually goddamn rabid monkeys on this ship?
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is a great rule set. It takes a little work, but I really like. They're telling you the stress and the way that this plays out can really mess with players. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, what are we doing? Sorry, didn't mean breaking that, but trying to explain some of the viewers.
Yeah,
Davis, what are you doing?
So I hear that.
Yep.
And I think of these strange objects I found in the shower drain.
Yeah, the watermelons. Yep.
Yeah. And Is there an airlock on these junction hatches? Is there a way to segment floors of the ship, like for fire safety and things of that sort?
Say that one more time.
Is there a way to is there airlocks or
The doors themselves
floor
are
locks?
bulkheads. Most of the doors are bulkhead types that could
Even
section
on the
off.
hatches?
In most spaceships like that is, yeah, the walkways and the doors and all that are going to be where you could section them off like that. Yep.
Is there a bulkhead or a hatch on the?
There's not airlocks to get to outside. Those are just located. You'd have to look at your legend. There's only a couple, but you can still shut the doors between areas to isolate things off. I'm not sure if you're trying to pull the atmosphere out and oxygen and all that.
No. So is there a bulkhead on the junction stairwells? On the
Sure,
hatches?
sure there would be.
I'm gonna spend my action and I'm gonna seal it off.
You can lock it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it so that no one can come up to deck A.
Oh, well, okay.
So you're locking.
You heard it here first. Apparently, so you're going to Junction A2. You're going to move there. Well, now, okay, so I apologize. Now, there's that's a good question. Are you wanting to know, is there the ladder? Is there a locking mechanism between the two levels to?
Yes, you seal that floor so that no one can come up through that stairwell.
Good question, my friend. I'm not sure if they. Let's talk. Let me look at my junctions. The shaft leads up into other levels of the ships. I'm going to say that there are not.
Okay.
Oh, there should be. Really? You're gonna hold on. I'm getting contradicted. Would there be?
It's like a submarine. There would be.
There would be. Okay. I'm going to be overruled. I'll be overruled in favor of my viewers. Gary.
Thank you, viewers, for enabling this. Yeah, I'm absolutely trapping them on that section, so they'll have to use the other stairwell if they want to get up to level A.
He has shut Junction A2 from Deck B to Deck... Oh, no, yeah, you're on Deck B. Yeah, so from Deck B to Deck A, here we go. This has been locked. Okay. That is an action. You can move yourself over into that junction room area too, please, Davis.
Yeah.
Miller, I apologize. You're saying something?
Oh, you're fine. I'm just calling in to Davis and saying I need a status update, Davis.
So on these radios, do we have the ability to only reach a specific person, or is it everyone hears everything?
You can dial you could tell her to go to a certain channel. You could.
I ping Miller. I just open a new channel and try and contact her through a new channel.
You can private message her. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead and clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later too. Thanks a lot. There's our. Thanks, Jeff. In Fantasy Grounds, you can right mouse click on her portrait and go to Whisper. And send her a whisper and tell her what you want to tell your captain.
Okay. Yeah. So I will spend the rest of my time just messaging Miller.
All right. Now I'm awaiting that message, and I'll also do a status update for the rest of the crew and say, Cham, Wilson, update.
We're in the junction stairwell on C, waiting for Rye.
Okay. So, Rye, you may make a maneuver.
I can?
You may move. Yep. We're... yeah. As you're moving through the door into the junction to see the buttocks of both men going up the ladder, leaving your ass there, you hear these loud bam, out of the way. Bam, coming from the room you just left.
shut the door. Do I have a short action left?
Oh yeah, you can shut the door into that junction area. Most certainly you
Absolutely.
can. Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to be pushing their buttocks up the stupid stairwell.
All right, so y'all, you make it to deck B. Are we continuing up?
I am not.
Hold on. All right, 1 second. So we're in deck B. Let me get these
I want to
set.
split off right here.
Hold on one moment for
I'll
me.
encourage the others to come with me, but
All right, we're in deck B. And okay, what are y'all doing?
I'm
I
gonna
asked
say
Rye, like, what was that thing?
I'm just calling it a space, a rabid monkey, because you and your space monkeys, I have no idea. I've never seen anything like that. It didn't look mammalian.
Yeah, y'all
It
do look
certainly
up,
wasn't human.
and you notice that the door between the first and the second level is shut to
Oh,
the ladder,
fuck.
and it wasn't before.
We're just gonna make a
That
break for
little-
the other stairwell.
Yep.
Guys, what's happening? What's happening down there?
Captain, we've got something that Rye has encountered down on the lower deck. It seems like maybe the pathway up. I don't know what happened. The door is shut. I'm gonna split off here. I think Cham and Rye should come with me. We still need to check out the science wing.
You made contact with something? I'm sorry. What's going on? You're blocked. I need you to be more specific. The science, and I'm feeding off their panic a little bit.
Oh, most certainly you are. You want a level of stress to go with that, Captain?
You want to provide it? No, I'm good. Bring the stress on.
Oh, I'm giving. I'm a giving DM. If you want the stress, I'm going to give it to you. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up this door while I'm talking.
You okay? Yeah, you open up the door. The first thing that you notice outside of, you've got more ice. The frost is everywhere, but you can tell that the walls, they have a soot on them too. The ice is kind of blackish. Not sure why. You notice, and the lights are kind of the hallway light here that was lit just to give you a faint glow to see down up and down the hall is flickering a little bit, and there is some trash on the floor, and kind of piled up in different spots. It's not clean. Let me just put it that way.
Where are you going, Mr. Wilson? I think we should go on out of here.
Well, how do we get out of here, Jam? The door out is shut.
We go down that first stairwell, or the other one leads right to the exit. Just on the front of the ship.
But we have to get out here.
No, the first place you came in hits that at junction B1. It's up in the front of this ship on this level.
Yeah. You'd have to go all the way across the ship to get to that area. Yes. I think y'all are saying the same thing, just differently. So.
I'm gonna radio into you again. Look, the mission now is to get y'all off this ship. Just get off now. That's what I want you to do. Any way you can.
Let's go this way, Mr. Wilson.
I'm gonna head down this way, and I'm gonna say, you go on ahead. I'll catch up with you.
And I wouldn't know this is happening, so.
No. So the doors and these doors are open. Just so y'all know, they're not closed like you've been used to. These doors are open in this whole area. Cham, you move down and you see, a door. The door to the south is closed. The door to the north is wide open, going in the hallways going north.
when I have a moment, I want to take a ping off the.
Well, so you moved down to there. Are you going to step? Are you going into the Psi lab, or I'm not sure what you? So Cham's moved on down the hallway, and Cham, you look into a med lab, and I'll tell you what you see in a second here. What are you doing, Wilson? You moved down there and doing what?
I want to use the device to get a read off the motion sensor.
Something's moving down below you.
Okay, like on the lower level where
That's what
Rye
you
just
think.
came from.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I'd like to take a closer look into the Psi Lab 1.
You look in there, and the flickering is going on, so it's hard to see for a moment, but then you see what looks to be a pile of white items. White, brownish, they're bones. A pile of bones in the middle of the room.
Any evidence of any of the, like, I don't know, residue that we saw down in the lower level, or?
Nope.
Pharaohs
Nope.
are the son
Okay.
of the carpenter. Now they
Who was that? I see you. What the? I don't know what that one was. I'm gonna remove that item. Okay. Sorry. Music. What the hell? You know. So.
I like that.
Yeah, you're in the doorway, and you're looking, and you see in the center there's this pile of bones, about foot high, large pile. As you stare at it more and more.
I want to go in. Can I tell? Is it?
Yeah, you move in, and you begin to notice that there is without no doubt that you see human bones in there, but you also see other bones that you don't recognize the structure of them. And then you see back behind the bones. It's going to be hard because I needed to put a. Oh, can't see it because of the layout. There is a creature huddled in the back of the room.
Looks like a spider.
No, it's not a spider. But he didn't see what was in the reactor. This is something different. This is scaly, plated. Got a head that kind of looks like a beluga. Kind of rolls back, and it's kind of curled up too. And there's bones all piled around it, and it's just sitting in that back of that room.
Is it reacting to my presence at all? Has it?
Nope.
No. Okay. I'd like to slowly.
Mobility
look
roll,
around the
please,
hallway.
there, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, Mr. Wilson.
A mobility roll. Who got the what critical injuries? What's that happening for? Who's rolling critical? I forget what that is. You don't want those rolls yet. Oh no!
So, and I can't give him that mobility.
Yeah, you can. You can give him. You can give him a success to counter. Yeah. It really. The panic roll. They don't. I don't think it actually can negate the panic. You could give it to him, so it's like another success. So, I'll grant it this time. I might be inconsistent in my ruling later, though.
Okay. Reserve the right to be inconsistent.
I always am. Trust me, but tell my players. It's just how I feel. And if I, saying the stress is not high enough, whatever, Cersei, shut up. You back out of the room, Wilson. 19 aliens, quiet. You back out. And do what,
Can
Wilson?
I, as I'm backing out, I want to just take a glance into the other science lab.
It is destroyed too. There's other piles of furniture and things laying around. You see on the back counter over here, there's some urns and some jars and things. There's stuff in some of them. You can't, you haven't, there's stuff in there, but you don't, it's, cursory glance, you're not sure what you're looking at, but it definitely has got stuff in it, full of stuff. But there is, the black soot is around this door, and in the room some. It's not in the whole complete room, but you see this hallway's definitely got, is covered with this black soot that's in with the ice. That's about it. While that's happening, Cham, what are you doing? Oh, Zaltaris, no promises, but thanks for dropping by and thanks for the raid.
Looking into the med lab as I move past it.
All right, it's definitely an older room of a med lab that you're used to seeing. There are plexiglass tubes where, tubing, bedding, and all that, where people would sit to be worked on. All that. There is one of them looks like it's from we look at it's been destroyed. The basically a body would sit in almost like a cryo tube, but the casing of it's a full plastic canopy that would drop down. This one, there's a couple of them in there. One looks like it's just been shattered. What you can kind of see. You see some other jars and some other big vase, specimen jars and all that, and there seems to be stuff in them, like a true science lab, med lab.
I'm just kind of, I'm not focused on going in, but I'm also worried about something popping out behind me, so I just did that casual look, and I'm going to push through the door.
You can keep on going out. Yeah, that's what you're there. You see more of the same black soot everywhere, trash everywhere. Rye, what are you doing? And you're in that doorway.
Okay, so I'm going through. I'm following Cham.
Okay, you may move along with him.
And I'm gonna at least take the moment to hiss at Wilson. Are you gonna follow us or what?
I'll gesture one more second.
Okay. We hold Q there to Davis.
I have a couple questions for the DM that can't be said out loud, but
You
other
can't.
than that,
You can. Here, did you send those to me? Okay.
I don't know how to do it through Fantasy Ground.
I responded. Sorry, you just let me know you sent them in Discord. That's fine.
Yeah.
You do a /W space GM, then space, and then the message would do it in Fantasy Grounds. But I just answered you in Discord.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to sit and wait by that junction. An A2.
Just sitting here hanging out. Okay.
I'm biding my time.
Okay. All right. Back to deck B. I mean, deck. We're on deck C, aren't we? No, wait a second.
I'm gonna do something too real quick.
You can.
I'm just gonna. Okay. All I'm doing is I'm just gonna do whatever preparations I need to do to get us so that we can get the hell out of here as fast as possible once we cross over the umbilical threshold. So I don't know what
You get with Mother to prepare some stuff. You'd have to key in with Mother to get her, aligned to do things to the ship and all that. And you're going to need Mother's help.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go into the mother room then, I guess. That's where I'll be.
Okay, so you go into Mother's
find
room.
That dang map.
Okay.
So many maps.
Well, look at this overlay. Got all messed up. I forgot to change this one. 1 second, folks. We got Rye. That's me. That's Miller. Sorry, folks. I had to do this because I'm going to need something here in a second. It's Davis. The overlays have certain abilities. Let's see. This is Cham, and last but not least is Wilson. Okay. All right, so y'all are moving along. Everybody's checking their stuff out. We've got Davis, who is holed up on the bulkhead area under the Junction A on the first level. We've got Rye, Cham, and Wilson on the second level, moving through the med lab and science lab area. And Wilson has now found something else that he wasn't expecting. Miller, you move into Mother to tell her what? What are you wanting to get started again? Please reveal that one more time for me. Oh, Marbanian. Oh, and another raid. Wow, we get raided tonight. We love it. 1 second while the alien's attacking. Wilson, nice knowing you. Now, another raid. Welcome, Raiders. Okay. So that being said, no, we had another follow. Sorry. I'll bring here. Let me mute the alerts. I'm gonna mute him. There we go. I'll mute him. Thanks, thanks, Rovus. I muted the alert, so you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just readying the engines and just getting things prepped as much as possible while still being connected to the umbilical, so that we can just book it as soon as we get back on the ship.
Yeah, you key in stuff into Mother to do all this. You sit there. Mother doesn't respond back to you for a moment. You're staring at the screens, waiting for the reply back. She's acknowledging your orders and all that. You're sitting there. Sorry, I don't have a good poker. I don't have a good poker face for this one. And where is it? Now that's the auto. Yeah.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Oh, fuck.
It will detonate T-minus.
Let's bring that up. One, if people didn't hear that, because I didn't want it blasting your ear, so let me do that again for a brief moment. And okay, the red alert. Let's bring her back up, and we're on the blue. So I got to do that right. There we go. Yes. Mother activates the self-destruct system on the Montero. You have 10 minutes to get off the ship, basically, is what is countdown before the Montero goes supernova on you, Miller. All of you in the
Super
Cronus
awesome.
hear this through your intercom systems, that your mother has just now gone offline and is now going to blow up the ship. What do y'all do?
So,
We can.
so it's a group thought. We all, simultaneously.
We all have a Geralt of Rivia moment.
Yeah.
I'm psychotic. I'm mother, baby.
Question
counting down,
for the
folks.
GM, real quick.
Yeah.
How many? So I know we have escape pods. How many people can fit in each pod? And
Uno.
how many do we have?
Uno.
One. So
But
one per pod.
You're so you have so one per pod. Yeah. You're concerned about that line of thought, Captain Miller, because the explosion that is about to rock you would probably kill you all, even in the pods.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna call out to Rye and Cham and say, so curious question here. Self-destruct starts. Do y'all know how to shut that down, or are we
You
just
do.
fucked
You're the
here?
only one that can. You're in control of Mother.
I mean, I can control Mother, so I can say stop self-destruct. So I'm gonna try that. And
She
enter
does
in-
not respond to you at all.
Cool. All right.
When
Well.
that happens, the ship Kronos, all of a sudden, y'all begin to see the lights in all the hallways go. They start coming on, and you begin to hear the air scrubbers start banging, bam, 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 as though the generating units of the how those work start to fire off, and you can, and you hear the rambling as it sounds like air is kind of something's pushing through the scrubber areas, but it doesn't sound right. Y'all hear it, a banging noise happening within the system, and the mother on the Kronos begins to alert cryo chambers deactivated.
Is that a thing we would know as deactivated, meaning
As
no
in
longer
they are
keeping
turning,
people alive,
they are
or
turning,
what?
they are basically, they are turning off to bring the people awake.
Okay, got it.
So at this point, I'm gonna make my way to the umbilical and be like, and try to.
You can make me, you all can give me, guess what? A point of stress. Okay? And Captain Miller, you can try to run across the umbilical.
Alright. I'll try that. What do I need to do? Mobility?
Mobility roll. Mm-hmm. Oh, you two devil dog batsmen, y'all shut up. Hey, y'all just shut up. Hey, y'all ran like babies in y'all's turn. Hey. Well, they're a bunch of meatheads. Basically try to kill everything on the ship like their characters would. All right, what did you give me? Sorry, I'm here looking at everything,
you're-
laughing. Oh,
You're fine.
Oh,
Did I make it?
no, you did not succeed. You can push the roll, Captain Miller.
Alright. Let's
So
try pushing.
you have to give
then.
yourself another point of stress.
Alright. Alright. Cool. Okay. Alright, so
I'm going to take pity on Miller because she didn't fail. So, but you are slow getting across because you're having to take your time. Plus, your ship is about to become a, particle infested. It's going to become star particles, and go back to its ecological event. It's going to become what it was made of many years ago, and
was
floating
still
through
making-
space forever and ever.
so many
Yes,
many payments.
You just lost your ship. Not
It's a
funny.
bad loan. It was
Not funny.
I don't have great credit.
Yeah, that was but you're making it across. The rest of you, what are y'all doing though? Now that y'all hear that your ship is getting ready to explode-orama, it doesn't seem to be turning off because you can still hear your countdown happening in your earpieces. The lights in the ship are firing up, and the things are happening. The units are turning on. You see systems beeping and churning. The control panels are opening up. Firing off the the comm units. You can see the portals, all the units in here. Everything's powering up all of a sudden.
I'm still trying to move forward. Hopefully
may.
getting towards maybe the vestibule up front where the armory is, or
We all know that's where the bridge is at. The bridge is on that deck that y'all are on.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna call out to them and say, "Get to the bridge. We gotta get this thing away, as far away as we can."
All
Can we
right.
control it without Mother?
You need a pilot.
Yeah, I think I can find the pilot. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be trying to track down Davis now.
Okay. I want to take this moment I'm too far away from Wilson to have this conversation for real. So I'm going to ping him on my suit, and I also want to have I want to whisper something to him.
You can go right ahead.
Okay.
You can.
I whispered you something.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Keep it all in one place.
Secrets.
Negatory, Davis. You're not like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Wilson is gonna go into the Scilab 2 to go check out what he saw. Those urns or whatever it was that you described.
Okay. Yeah. So, here. I'm gonna... Okay, this is what you see, Wilson, since we're... There you go. You also see this.
Should have been those team building exercises, and we trust each other a little more.
Sorry, folks, I'm watching in the chat. Yeah, we have a huge, majorly split party here. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Yeah, everybody's wanting, hey, it's Brute Man, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for this gift sub. Thanks, man. Good to see you. We're in the middle of, so for those who are watching and joining us, we're in the middle of, yes, this is Act 1 of Chariots of the Gods from the Alien RPG that was released mid-fall last year from Free League Gaming. We're using a fan-made or custom-made rule set for Fantasy Grounds. It's not the official release yet. That was made by, I think, don't I have Troy's name in here? Let me see. Yeah, to Troy,
So much
who created
typing.
it. Yeah, it's a lot of typing. I'm getting something. Hold on.
Oh, can't even answer with a yes or a no.
I'm trying to see. I'm getting all these.
All right, I'm gonna say this openly over the channel, so I'm gonna say, Davis, get your ass to controls and fly this thing away from our ship.
Yep.
That's an order. Do it now.
5 minutes. Looks like the ship's gonna blow up.
I'm booking it.
Oh my God, everybody!
And I'm going towards Mother. I'm going towards Mother to try to gain access to those, likely.
You are on. So yeah, you come in on. Hold on. Oh boy, this is funny. Because this is.
We're all gonna die.
Oh my God.
Who is that, Mr. Bar the door?
Yeah, Miller, you come into
The other
there.
door's closer to the bridge, anyways.
Miller knows. Well, you've got it. Miller, you're on deck A. So hold on a second. Yeah, this. Oh my God.
So I should be just like right across from Mother, right? Like it's just right there.
Yeah, but you know your card key won't work to Mother. You can't get in Mother.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
yeah.
try to get off the doors open or
So
something.
9, 8, 7, 6.
This is all just stress.
Oh my God.
TPK.
I don't think they quite plan for the ships to. Wow. Honestly, So, what happens? This is called a huge. This is called a punt from the DM side. Y'all are going to witness this, okay? Because we have 2 more shows to get through.
We just blew up the
In this instance, both ships just would have gone supernova, and everybody on board, both of them, would be dead. It was.
Yes.
There wouldn't be a second and third show on the channel, and we'd be sad. So what happens to prolong the misery of this crew, who have let us down on the rejects? They will begin to hear a ripping noise, as though it sounds like the umbilical. It is Alien RPG Resurrection. Exactly. Let me turn off my damn auto destruct here, because that's not going to happen anymore. As though the umbilical, something is happening outside. You hear the popping and some breaking, and snapping of metal through the shaking and the vibrations of the hull. Now, while that's happening, is to figure out what that's. Oh my God! Wilson and Rye, I'm letting y'all have y'all's conversation. Wilson, I'm gonna get back to you a second here. You're in that room looking at stuff. You hear a hissing and a scraping of something behind you.
In the science lab?
In the coming from Scilab 1, with all of the noise and all that, you hear something moving coming from 1.
Can I try to hide somewhere here in Science Lab 2?
Yeah, sure can. You can. Rye and Cham, y'all may move another zone.
I'm actually going to start heading back this way. And I've got the shotgun out. I'm going to stand right about here.
You come into the hallway. What you're saying?
Bet.
Well,
Exactly what I'm saying.
You're sitting there and you standing there, and this large creature. I apologize to the viewers. It's hard to see. I need to put a token underneath these guys. Yeah, yeah, Rilvis. They all had face hugers on them. This large creature. Sorry. Thanks, Gary. Boom. Going to the map. Comes, just kind of shake, not very gracefully for the moment, just arms out, pulling itself through the door, and it just, and it's looking around, and then it turns to see you standing in.
Shoot it.
Fire away.
Okay, so I have
Here we go.
zero range. Okay, I have 0 ranged combat, but I can still take the agility. Right?
No, you can't. No, the agility only works well. Oh, yeah, actually, you have one of those left. So ranged combat is under agility. So you would have, what you're going to do is you would grab the 0. Actually, go down to modifier.
Okay.
You're going to add a +1 in there. That's what it means. And then you grab the ranged combat and you throw those dice into the chat window as you level down the shotgun.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, you've already used your long
Get
haul.
out of jail free card.
You used out your get out of jail free card. She's now panicked. Now you may, so you need to give your shotgun jams.
Oh, great.
And you need to give me a panic roll there. Okay.
Look running away.
Yeah. The creature, so it jams, and you are -2 now on agility. Oh, wow. That's it. Isn't agility range combat? Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Now, Miller, yeah, you're hiding, and you see the creature, like it was going to turn, and, it was going to come into your room, and then it turns, and you hear a click, not only in your headset, but, it's in the general vicinity, and this thing just goes, 1 minute is slowly moving, the next minute, it's like lightning fast, and it pulls up on Rye. And Rye, it swipes at you. Neomorph attacks 5.
How dead am I?
Well, no, I've got stuff you're gonna be using your armor here. The creature bites your throat. I roll some dice here, and I'm going to get my... Come here, Neomorph. Where are my dice? 1 second. Roll 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I roll 8 base die. Oh, I used the wrong... God dang it, I used the wrong one. Sorry. Hold on, let me grab these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Okay. So it's that is a success. If the attack causes damage, which it does, it automatically inflicts. Now, you have armor.
Yes.
So you're going to go do your inventory tab, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're going to grab the armor, the 2, and you're going to drag that over and throw that in the combat into the chat window. You're going to see if you're
going to throw that into the chat window.
Yeah, just like that. Yes, like that. You have a success.
Woo-hoo!
So you're going to negate. Yeah. So you negate one of the wounds, but this, it honestly, it had. You're still going to get some major damage here. It automatically inflicts critical injury 61, even if the victim is not broken. Okay, so 61. Trying to see if you got at least 2 of them. You didn't. Critical injuries. 61. Ruptured jugular.
Oh, lovely.
That's not good.
Yeah, you're going to die in 1 round. If someone doesn't get to you in time with the med kit. It's a med kit, yeah.
I do.
And you need to give me another panic roll. So,
Okay.
Right.
And
I'd imagine to be pretty panic-inducing.
I have a nervous twitch.
Yeah, you got the ones. The one's the good deal. Yeah, it's bad. So you got to twitch. You're twitching. You're basically you're on the floor, and this
Twitching
creature.
and bleeding.
Yeah, this creature has just ripped your throat out. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold your mouth, Cham. You hear Rye in the intercom. Something just bad happened to her. You don't know what.
Turn around and head back.
You can move into the next zone only. Yep. This is where movement comes into play now. All right. What about Davis and Miller? Y'all hear this in y'all's intercoms?
Yeah, so this sounds real bad. I'm assuming lots of screaming, and I am going to real quick take a look to see if the door to Mother is open and I can get in.
Closed. It is closed.
So I'm gonna go towards the cryopods to see if the captain happens to be among people released from there, and I'm gonna
Well,
have my gun drawn as I do
Yeah,
that.
you'll be able. Well, so your movement would take you to Mother, and then you can start moving back, but you're not getting to the crowd. Yeah, it's going to take you a while to get there. Yeah.
Going towards that.
Yeah,
gun
that's fine.
drawn.
Yep, that's fine. You got a gun drawn. What about you, Davis? No one knows where you're at.
Okay, so things aren't going to plan right now, and so considering I just heard some very upsetting noises, I'm going to make use of the incinerator that I have, and I'm going to go back into the shower rooms, and I'm going to start burning some watermelons.
You can. You start whooshing them. Okay, you certainly can. And you when you hit them, you see them explode out, in these spore type units just kind of fly up in the air, and then some of them just, and you start catching fire and become like ash and pieces falling down. Some of them though you saw kind of moved like little inchworms and all that, and then they explode in powder and flame and soot and just drop to the floor as you hit each one of them, kind of like a firework of going out, and then all of them.
I do not stop. I do not move on to the next one.
No, that's fine. You can use you just kind of go down all 3 shower stalls right there, frying it. Yep, and then you're good. That's your maneuver on that side. Now we're back to Wilson.
Is there anything in the science lab that would be a weapon? Anything that I could grab to defend? If not, then
you. Unfortunately, it's a lot of it's burnout. Like I said, you're moving. You're hiding right now. So where in your immediate area you don't see anything at the moment, because you're kind of stuck in one little spot unless you want to start moving around.
I feel bad as Alex. But
It's okay, Alex.
I'm gonna say him.
You have no choice.
Judge you a little bit.
You gotta do it with zero remorse.
Come on, Wilson.
Yeah.
You're the company man. What you doing?
I'm just hiding. I mean,
That's fine. You don't move.
There's
That's
no way
good.
out.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
You hide. Okay.
Remember your HR training.
You're
Okay.
a valuable corporate asset.
Okay. Jim, what? Unfortunately, Rye, they're not going to get to you in time. As this creature, and Wilson, you see this. You begin to see. You hear something. Basically, the last gasp. What sounds like Rye, and then you see this creature come past you, dragging Rye's body into the science lab, and then you begin to hear crunch, 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 crunch.
Ow.
No shotgun though, huh?
Shotgun? No.
It's out in the hallway.
You just got to come out and get it.
Gotta be a little brave.
If it's in here and eating, I will attempt to sneak my candy ass out into the hallway so I can get out of here.
You can give me a mobility check as you step through the doorway.
Do we get additional levels of stress for everyone who heard crunching noises? And
You
knew
can have
exactly
them,
what was being
sure.
crunched?
Thank you, Davis. Y'all can all have an extra level of stress. You're welcome. As I'm a giving DM. Except for Rye. Rye, stress doesn't bother you right now.
Right now, I am stress free.
You are
You're
truly
having a
stress free.
peaceful sleep in your life.
Oh.
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 Oh. Shenanigans. As you step through the doorway, you need to give me a panic roll. Wilson, I think you stepped on something and there's a crack.
How do I do the panic roll?
At the
I just
top
hit
of the
button?
character sheet on page 1, on the main page, there's a big panic button.
Okay.
you do that?
I've got sound effects. Stress. Yeah.
I thought it was Lauren.
No, that's really
Stress level goes up by 1.
Yeah, your stress level goes up by 1. Nobody's around you except for Rye, but she's dead. And you're nervous and twitch, but you're able to squeak by as you see this thing just snapping pieces of her, and ripping the suit off of her. And you see a shotgun laying. Yeah, you should. And you see in her hand as it's ripped apart, there's a photo, and you remembered it was a photo of her brother that was sick on his deathbed, and it just kind of falls. It falls to the ground. Let me see. Oh wow. Well, so the shotgun's on the ground, but she still had a bunch of other stuff on her. But that's on her body right now. Sorry. Oh wow. Okay, the party sheet, I put the shotgun. If you want to move by it, Wilson, to grab it, you can grab the shotgun. Cham, right. What are you doing? You said you were just continuing heading on down, correct?
Yeah, I was heading down towards the area where I heard danger.
Yep. You can come through there. You can come on into the end of that hallway and turn to see Wilson sneaking back towards you, and he's picking up a shotgun.
Where's Rye?
Wilson, you can move down the hallway toward him. Now, we'll go to deck A, and we will join deck B. Sorry. No, I get my decks all messed up.
We're in deck A.
You're deck A, yeah. I'm clicking on the wrong buttons. Okay, so you can move on down to the hallway just north of the cryo chambers.
All right. And I'm gonna call it over my headset and say, Davis, where are you?
Davis, your turn.
I'm currently getting rid of what I think are eggs.
Yeah, you fried that room. What's your next step? You fried that whole side.
I'm going to move over and see if there are more on the other side.
There are 3 more in the other rooms there. Yes, there are.
I am just absolutely letting loose with that incinerator.
Fine, you can move over there, please. Yep.
Yeah.
You may move there you go. All right. Whoosh, whoosh.
The whole front of my spacesuit is just covered in ash now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it most certainly is. You are seeing these things pop like popcorn and sending stuff up in the air, and then all that's catching fire like fireworks. It's like a glisten, like one of those sparklers that go up there and then it just kind of drops down, popping and crackling. That's exactly what you're seeing, but in a shower room. It's awful pretty. Back to Wilson and Cham.
I'm gonna make a gesture that one of the creatures is in that other room. I'm gonna load the shotgun. I'm gonna suggest that we go and take it.
Look at Gary. You're just ruthless, Gary. Besides, ask me, how's everybody's O2 doing in their spacesuits? Well, Rise doesn't care anymore. So there you go. All right, Rye is.
We have oxygen though in this ship now, right? Or at least it's like
you don't. Well, you hear the air scrubbers going, but there's something wrong with. You hear a kind of a banging noise as those units are churning, doing their thing. They use some electrical currents to flow through water. Electrolysis is basically how they create the air. But someone's gonna. There's something wrong with them. But you haven't. None of y'all have taken your suits off yet.
Cham. One of the creatures has got Rye. I think if we act fast, we might be able to save her.
Well, let's do it. I pull out the one of the tools I have, the bolt gun.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get ready to use the shotgun and lay out this alien.
Y'all can move down to there. Sure.
I like the way he said sure.
Oh, y'all need the other map. Damn it. I gotta get my shit together. Okay. Y'all move down into the doorway, and you see this creature munching.
Can I take a shot?
You may open up fire on it. You may certainly do that. So what you've got is you grab your ranged combat, and you drop it. You take it and slide it on over to.
Okay.
And make sure you've got the weapon. You've got it equipped. You'll need you got your shotgun. You've got an inventory, but you need to equip it. So make sure you change
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Need to do that. All right. Now.
Okay.
Yep.
You're not able to
I don't
push
think
on
we're
the
gonna get
failures,
to
right?
Act Two.
No.
All right.
A click. It just kind of. Yeah. You forgot to pump it.
Damn it. Scanner all over again.
No. It is
Shotgun's already killed 2 people.
Yeah. It's actually it's got to forget that it's got a +2, so you need to put that mod. I forgot to look at that real quick. So we're gonna have some fun with this though right now with Alex. Yeah, you hear it, and oh shit, you forgot to pump it. What about you, Cham?
I'm gonna put a round
You know
through
what you
with a
said.
bolt gun, so that's ranged combat, right?
That's ranged combat. Make sure you've got the bolt gun equipped. Let me see what it does. So. Yeah, change the bolt gun, change that symbol in the inventory from the bag to the there you go. And back on your main page, let me see, that has no bonus to it. Okay, so you just grab your range combat and fire that thing. Damn it. It jams. Oh, and y'all both need to give me panic rolls, so don't forget that. Oh shit. Okay, so Cham, you drop the bolt gun. Wilson, you scream inside the suit. But you lose oh wow. So here's what happens. It says you decrease your stress level by 1, but everybody else that can hear you must make an immediate panic roll. All of y'all can hear him in your intercoms.
Thanks.
Except for Rye. Sorry, Rye. We're picking on you. This is awesome.
I make another panic roll.
All 4 of you have to make panic rolls. What do we got here? Nervous twitch, freeze, keeping it together. That's it. Okay, so Cham, yeah. So, but unfortunately, you still dropped your weapon. You know, and
Duff, what happens when you reach max stress?
Well, you're what the stress level is. What that's basically doing, it's adding a stress die to your rolls. It's adding an extra yellow die every time it goes up. What that's basically doing, it's increasing your chances to have higher stress levels, and they get worse as those dice go up. And serious thing, yeah, even max level. But you could, yeah. So you can only have so many. And once are you at maxed out?
Almost.
Getting close, yeah, but y'all haven't. So what's happened is you're going through. You haven't taken the time to let you. This is part of it. You haven't. Time hasn't slowed down enough for you yet to actually relax. Is the way y'all have been dealing with stuff. And so the stress level hasn't worked itself off yet. So anyway, yeah. So Vanessa Miller, you freeze, kind of hearing him scream, and you're this blood curdling scream from this man. Davis, you're just, you got a twitch. Your stress level, no one's in short range of you, so you're fine. And Cham, yeah, you're just, looking at this man. he's screaming in his suit. You can see his face. You can hear the scream, but he's looking at you and his mouth's wide open. But you did this conk for the weapon, and I'm trying to see. I needed a neomorph. Let's do. Here, I need this. Okay, so the neomorph was not paying attention to you. I just rolled on that, and the neomorph was not paying attention. It was a crunch. Basically, when the weapon hit the ground, he was crunching on a piece of bone. Miller,
Thanks,
you were.
Bri. It's helpful.
Yeah. So wait. Miller, you're frozen, so you're unable to move for the moment. Davis, you have fried. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miller.
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I talk or can I not talk at all?
Frozen in
totally
fear.
Frozen. Okay, so I can't.
Well,
even
it
talk.
says
Okay.
you lose your slow action right now, but you're not really in the combat, so I'm just kind of having you're just listening to this, and you've just lost your ship. You think you've just lost a crew member. Way to go, Miller. You are leading them down the right road. So that's you're happy about this. Yeah. Not.
All right. All right. Great.
And but Davis, you are making toasties. You were done frying the showers.
Okay, so I'm going to head back out, and I'm not in combat, so I can technically move.
You're able to move. Yeah, you're able. You're hearing this, and you've did your frying, and you can move to the examination room.
Right.
I am.
I'm going to step into the cryo 3 chamber, still incinerator fully cocked, and
well, it has an on. Basically, it just shoots. Yeah, you have gone through. You would have used one of your reloads. What was loaded? You're having to reload the canister. You would just fried everything in there, so you're doing that. This cryo chamber area, there was only one. I think didn't we say there was one in here that was pried open? And the body was in it, but the rest of them were empty. I think didn't I say that? Because it's 1 and 2. Yeah, I could just choose. So there's nothing happening in this room, so you can move through it.
Okay, I will move into the hallway.
Okay.
And I'm going to book it past the other two.
Well, you see people standing up.
Yeah, I'm still booking it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to basically my goal is to try and head up to junction A1.
Well, you're going to come through the doorway. Well, hold on, get your butt back there. You can't move it. You have a couple of zones. You are doing your thing because you're going to come out of there, and Miller's going to come through the door at the same time you're coming out that door.
Yeah.
Miller.
I'm going to.
Sup, Davis? Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're getting the fuck out of here. And I'm going to grab her by the arm, and I want to start dragging her to, as far as I can get towards junction A1, because it looks like she was kind of just frozen in the hallway. So
She's moving slow, but y'all are stuck right there. We go back to the boys. What are we doing? Wilson's screaming. Cham, what are you doing?
I'm going for my next opportune weapon. And I'm going to try and use the cutting torch on it.
You're going to move in. That is a engaged weapon. You would have to be right up in its face.
Yep.
Pinch can be used as a weapon. The EVA pistol stern or EVA pistol. You want to stay alive, you need to improvise. You need to make a power supply rolls after use. I get that, but what is its Shinola?
Close combat, I figure.
It's close combat. I'm trying to see how much damage the thing would do. That's what I'm wanting to know, because it doesn't, unless it's just a single point of damage. That is what I'm trying to determine. Oh, let me pull the lovely book. Because I don't know what the thing's going to do weapon-wise. Other close combat weapons, 127. The cutting torch. 3 damage. Alright, so you will, there's no bonus to it, so you're going to do your close combat roll. You will drag that into the chat window. Okay?
Big money.
Nicely done. So those are successes. You may add with the show off with the. So let me understand what you just did right here. With the close combat, which is agility. No, it's strength. Every show off, there's a bunch of stuff here you can do. You can, most people always choose after every first success, which you've got 3, you can inflict another point of damage. You can outmaneuver your enemy. You can knock them down or pull a weapon out of its hand. You can just knock it to the ground. You can grapple your opponent if you would like.
That doesn't seem like it's ever a good idea, does it?
It's an alien. So you run in there, but you've got, most people choose, you can inflict extra points of damage. So basically what you would be doing is giving it 6 points of damage.
So it's 3 from the weapon, and then
you had 3 more successes on that roll right there.
Okay, so 6.
That is correct, if that's what you choose to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think 6 would kill me, so I'm hoping that 6 does.
Well, it has armor. It has armor. A lot of armor. So, sorry. But this is fire damage, so his armor rating is only this. He's got a different armor rating than.
It does say comment armor piercing.
That's right. It's going to pierce it, but that's to get through its shell. But it still has armor to do stuff. So it is good, but it takes just trust me. Yeah, you're giving it some damage. So I am going to. Why didn't none of them succeeded? So you gave it all 6 points of damage. Okay. This thing. Oh boy. Well, why is that? And no, I don't want that one at 0. Okay, so the neomorph takes 0. Oh wow, it's not grabbing my. It should be. Yeah, so you basically see that you take this torch and you just basically it's moving down to basically just bite you, and you just take the torch and you stick it into its mouth and you pull the trigger and you just see the back of its open up in the back of its neck, and the torch is blasting right through it, and this thing lets out this horrific scream, and it is dying in front of you. And it does. The creature falls to the ground. You see it twitching.
My man.
Yeah.
Now I'm really scared because it's not supposed to be that easy.
I immediately check on Rye to see if there's anything that can be salvaged of my friend.
Oh no, she's been ripped apart. She's dead.
I mean, I know she is. I was saying like her stuff.
Oh, you've taken that'll be on your next action. So, yeah, your attack action is what's going on there. The rest of the group, we still got to do. Wilson, what are you doing? As you're done screaming and you see him run past you and stick his cutting torch straight into this thing.
Okay, I am thoroughly impressed by that, and it ceases my screaming. And
That should go in your report.
It's definitely, if I have the chance to write a report, yes, highly succeeds all expectations. A question for the DM: the vehicle bay of a ship like this, like what kind of vehicles would be there?
You don't know. You have to go check out where they'd be stored at. You know, y'all know that.
Is there any chance on a ship like this that there'd be a vehicle that would allow us to, like,
you know,
escape?
that the ship, you know, from the layout on you saw that it has that there are escape pods in the front of deck B up toward the front of the ship.
Yep.
There's supposed to be escape pods there.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You do know that, but y'all don't know. You know, you haven't gone and checked them out. Now, while that's happening, we're with the ladies.
Come on.
What are y'all doing?
I'm dead.
No, well, I know. Yeah, we'll address that shortly, Rye. So she gets to take over.
All
she
right,
gets to take an NPC over here in a second. So
Presumably, these formerly frozen people are all around us. So I'm going to be like, "Is one of you the captain?"
well, Miller, you're not in there yet. Davis grabbed you.
Oh, I thought they were.
No,
Okay,
they're standing up in the. They're coming. They're waking up.
Yeah.
They're in the. They're coming out of the
they're waking
crotches. Yeah.
So they're not actually in the hall. I'm sorry. I
They're not in the hallway.
misunderstood.
Sorry. No, they're not.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll duck my head into here to cryo 1 then.
That's not a door.
And, is it not?
Davis is in front
What
of the
is
door. Davis has grabbed you.
I see. I have to get. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be like, look, we gotta find the cap. The only chance we have of getting out of this situation.
Would we theoretically, since I'm a pilot, would Mother need to be involved if you were to launch, like if you had a vehicle bay and you had like a small shuttle in the bay of a larger ship? Would Mother need to be involved for a shuttle to leave?
No.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's just go. Let's get to the bay.
All right, yeah. Fuck all these people. We're leaving. So I will just drag.
I'll go willingly now. I think I'm not stunning, so I'll just follow you.
Okay. They're moving. You're moving basically.
How far would we be able
Y'all
to
could get to the end of that hallway. You know, you got a zone you move through right there. Yep, as you're dragging her along. All right. Okay, the two gentlemen. Cham, you're basically pulling through. I put inventory in the party sheet that was left over. I'm going to pull the power loader out because we don't actually need that right now. The rest of the stuff that you pulled off of off of Rye, is there. And you may start to pull it off of her body. Okay? Wilson, what are you doing as he's doing that?
Well, I'm gonna go into the science lab. Is there a way for me to transport one of these things? Can I carry one or take one with me? Or I don't know if I have an inventory kind of thing to carry one.
That's just a regular item. It's like an urn. You know, it's just, size of a watermelon. Let's put it that way. I keep using watermelons as easy to extend, but it's, but you, so you're seeing that, and you see, as you move through there and looking around some more, back over here on the ground, let me see, the main lab, the examination table. There are the urns. Now this urn is also cold, just so you know. Okay. The on the table and on the floor next to it are about 5 watermelon-looking objects, just sitting there. Not inside anything. Just there's a couple on the table and a couple are sitting down on the ground, just laying there, just sitting. They're oblong, and how they're it's like an egg. How can if you stand an egg on its end? Well, these things are shaped kind of like that, but they don't falling over. They're sticking just straight up.
I'll call out to Cham to come and take a look at this with me.
Mm-hmm. You also see in a corner, and you're looking around, looking at it, you see what looks to be the remains of a body.
This is in the science lab.
Science lab. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. As Wilson's looking at, moving around. Cham, you're doing your stuff. Unfortunately, you've got a problem. The neomorph was not dead. You're actually moving up, and the thing begins to rise up off the ground and strikes out at you. You're welcome. It was not dead, actually. 1 second. And it tries to pop you again. What do we get here? The neomorph pivots as it rises up, slashing its tail, shooting out, trying to... Oh, son of a bitch. Trying to pierce you as you turn, and it's going to get... Let me see. Where is the neomorph? Come here.
One tail, so one die, right?
Oh, don't you wish? Fortunately, it's not how that works.
But it could be.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 successes. So you have now it's halves the damage there. So you need to give me your armor save on your. Oh, damn it. Your suit. If you go to your inventory, scroll all the way down and grab your 2 and slam that into the your armor. Let's see if you were able to stave off the attack of the tail.
And so I drag it in.
Just grab the 2, which will grab 2 dice. The rating 2 number, where if you grab that 2, you're going to see it bring 2 dice with you, and drag and drop those dice. There you go. You succeeded. All right. So that basically you take 1 point of damage as the tail slices into you. All right, so you need to open up your character, you go to your main tab, and you're going to check. There you go. Okay, yeah, y'all hear him scream out, and this thing is stalking behind you now. What would you do?
Flame.
You're gonna try that again. The torch.
Oh, good.
You got it in your hand. You can go right ahead and do it again. Certainly. It's got a... there you go. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
That was not as good a result.
No, it is not. I need a panic roll. Your twitch, yeah, it does. Yeah, you didn't pull the trigger right. Something happened on it. It didn't light up. And unfortunately, your stress level goes up by 1.
Can I push that?
Not on a fail. Not with a face hugger. No. Unfortunately, it has. Wilson, you hear a screech and you hear Cham. He cries out in pain.
I'd like to go, and I've got the shotgun. I'd like to help go to and take a shot if I can.
You can? Certainly. Hopefully you won't hit Cham. so you are allowed to push that. You can take a level of stress.
Yeah, why not?
There you go. Live on the edge. You got to give yourself a stress. Oh, click. Unfortunately, you got a panic roll. It didn't go off.
Okay. So I gotta hit this the button.
Hit the panic button. Yep, that's right. Oh, there's your agility
Skill
rolls.
Using agility, separate
Yeah.
-2. Okay.
For the moment. Alrighty, so that's happening. Let's deal with the ladies as they are running somewhere. Where are y'all at? Y'all are headed down the hallway.
Right. So we're trying to make it down to the vehicle bay. So,
Right, but you've
so
got
I
to.
guess
You could get.
stairwell or
You could get into the junction room and start your trek downwards if you want. Okay.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay, so y'all can move into here and start up. All right, as y'all are sitting there and doing all this, there is, you feel it before you kind of see a flash in all of y'all's eyes, even though you don't know where, and all of a sudden the ship itself feels like it is just lifted up out of the, like you were in air, as you feel what has most certainly been the explosion of the Montero off in the distance. Y'all had somehow moved away from it.
magically.
Yes, well, the ship engines had powered on. Y'all had, the ship engines had fired up, and y'all were moving away. And we were going to hold for the night there as our stopping point for Act 1. We'll get some lovely stress and some other things going on, but we will, since it's midnight, I don't want to hold y'all too late. We try to keep the play down to 4 hours. The first group went 5.5. I'm not going to do that to y'all. Now, yes, so like I said, we will hold there for first act. We will rejoin again back next Friday night, 8 o'clock, to begin to move on to the second act and see what's happening with this group here. As we've got two moving down to the cargo area, and we have the two guys fighting off an alien creature in the Psi Lab. And their ship, they've just, unfortunately, Miller's ship just went up in a supernova. And that is our holding spot. Now, Rye, we're going to chat because you're going to get, I need to chat with you off camera here.
Okay.
You are going to, we've got some people that are just been woken up. You get to be one. You're going to get to choose one of them here in a second, unless the rest of the group kills all of y'all, and they don't care anymore. So, not my fault. So, Rilvis. So we played this on a Saturday night. I've run this for another group already, and it is on the YouTube channel. So you can go look at the replays on YouTube, Act 1, 2, and 3, and see how they played it out. And if you watch enough, you will see the story is different almost every time. That's what's happening here and how they play it out. Yeah. So, all right. So we want to thank everybody. We want to really thank 20 Sides to Every Story, the crew here, Alex and your crew. This is a lot of fun. I was hoping I'd get other channels involved to see this and see how it's played out, and you're living up to expectations. Love it. And so I look forward to the second act and just see how we ratchet it up more. Yay! So, yeah, do really appreciate it. Anybody in chat, please trot right on over there to that link and give them a follow also. And check in their schedules and the number of nights that Alex and his other crew are playing games or DMing, also running mostly D&D. But what else? Anything else on the schedule, Big A?
We got probably in the next month or two, probably a bit more Dungeon Crawl Classics is gonna start popping up on the schedule. Yeah, right now it's really just 5th edition D&D and that.
Okay, glad to hear it. And then every now and often you'll catch you're running some old retro games. You're doing Dragonlance right now, right?
Yeah, I just beat Champions of Kryn and about to move on to Death Knights of Kryn.
I will probably be back on tomorrow
Wednesday.
night starting the Baldur's Gate. I've been trying to do that, plus my painting stuff, my miniature painting, which I have done some. I've done a little bit of both, but trying to get on a regular schedule has just been killer for me. But I'm thinking I bought all the Baldur's Gate and the DLC on Steam, so I think I'm going to start that tomorrow night and play that some on and off on the channel myself. So, and then maybe we'll get Baldur's Gate 3 sometime this year, So, other than that, folks, we'll be back Monday night on the channel here. I'm a player on a game here that Joseph DiMelleron is running, Shifting Sands. Tuesday night and Thursday night are both Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage and Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Cersei is in here. King Bashman is going to be on Wednesday nights. When he's taking place for Josh, Dungeon Dwellers, who was doing Sanguine Isles, who's got to take a break for schoolwork and some other things. So Jeff is running some stuff for them and then getting prepared. Trying to try to get him to stream a show also on the Wizards channel, some stuff there. And then back here again next Friday for Act 2. So looking forward to that. Like I said, please support also Kobold Press is a supporter of the Wizards of the Couch channel, and they have got their Tome of Beast 2 out on Kickstarter right now, so please go check them out and support that. And that's Wizards of the, that's right, there's 4 of us.
Love that.
We had last week with Skeeter Green Productions, who used to work for Fraud God. We've had Wolfgang already on once before from Kobold Press. He's going to be on February the 3rd again, talking about Monster Creations and the Kickstarter and everything that's going on. They've already got funded inside that first hour or something like that. So, but if y'all don't have those books or any of their stuff, there's really good content. Love their writing and things like that. So, that being said, we're going to sign off for the night. We're going to wish everybody a safe and happy weekend, and come back and check the schedule here and on 20 Sides sites and what they're doing, and support us all. We'll see you later.
Have a good night.